chat, and then I'll pull her into Hero Hour.
All right, kick anytime. There we go. Now, it blipped, and now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I swear, it like blipped, and then
Says that you just went live. I should be going live in 3, 2, 1, go. There we go.
there we go. All right, let me go find
Ladies
Mo.
and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Hero Hour, Escape from Reality, the podcast where we talk about all the nerd shit that you could think of. Anime, video games, movies, TV, fucking comic books, superhero shit. Everything under the sun is where you are going to get that information. We have a guest coming in.
Oh, I needed pads.
Mo, the black skin, she's going to be in very shortly. I'm Brones, that's that Doug dude.
Hey, Rach.
How the hell y'all doing? Happy Sunday. Happy
Yes.
Sunday. It is Sunday, right? Yeah, it's Sunday. Yes. The end of a week and the beginning of a new.
No, where'd she get? Hold on, I'll go look. Don't tell me.
How you doing, Dougie?
I'm good.
Yeah?
Chilling. Yeah.
Thriving and jiving. Chef, what's going on, baby? How we doing, bro? Happy Sunday, my man.
As Mo likes to say, slinging and banging.
Slanging and banging. I fucking love that, dude. That's one of my fucking favorite sayings that she has, man.
Oh, fun.
Slanging and banging. I love it. Dude,
Amber Morales.
I have been watching those Marvel movies. I started rewatching the MCU from the beginning.
Are you doing
I'm all-
timeline or are you doing release?
Yeah. Doing the timeline from like chronological order
From Cap.
timeline. Like,
So you-
yeah, starting with
went,
Cap.
So you went Cap and then Captain Marvel.
Yeah. Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice, nice,
It's
nice.
also, it has all the Marvel one shots in it, and it's got all the TV shows as
Yep.
well in the
Disney
order that
Plus.
they're in.
Yep.
So right now I'm currently burning through these movies in one shots, but once the shows come in, I'm gonna like grind to a halt because I'm gonna rewatch all the shows for the timeline as well.
Gotcha.
Right now, I powered through Black Widow this morning. Powered through it. I was on my phone for like 95%
Mo may
of the
be
movie.
hopping in here in a second.
Okay. But yeah, I powered through Black Widow, did not start Black Panther. But okay, so yeah, I only watched I watched Black Widow this morning and that was it. And then I ate a burrito while I watched Role Models. I love that movie, bro.
Gotta
I've
play.
seen it like 1,000 times.
It's such
Have
a
you
good
ever seen
movie.
that?
Oh yeah.
It's so funny, man. Such a good movie. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're winging it.
Yeah. I mean,
Mo is in. Let me pull her over
I
here.
wonder if she'll. Mo has
Mo!
arrived. She is muted.
She is muted.
I was confused because you said get in streaming. I went in streaming, no one was there, and I was like, well, I'm going to mute just in case.
Oh well,
No,
yeah. I
He has
only
to give
have
you access.
Yeah, only Doug and myself have access to this channel, so we have to pull people over when they're live. Are you gonna turn your camera on, lady, madame?
Wait for it. Wait for it.
Bro,
Did I
her,
ever set it up? I was like,
her square disappeared.
You were like,
And I
hey, do you
was
want to
like-
set your camera on? No.
Like it disappeared, and Doug popped up at the bottom of my screen. I was like, "Damn, Mo."
I don't have. How do I?
How
How do I?
do
I?
Good question.
Oh, one sec. Un momento. Video.
Video.
Oh.
So with that, you may have to use it.
It could be because your stream is
Has to be,
using your
yeah.
camera.
Your stream is using camera, so Discord may not pick it up.
Oh.
What we have to do is set up another like scene on Discord, or not on Discord, another scene on OBS.
Yeah.
So that's hassle. So we can, you can just be you. I could put
Yeah.
like a fake picture over it and it'd just be you. Hold on, I'm gonna go screenshot something from your page. what I'm gonna do.
Yo, Myers, what's going on? Also, Mo, when we are in the podcast
I'll turn
episode,
I'll turn my chat off.
oh, you
I
don't
was
have
taking a
to.
screenshot of something else. No, it does. He was coming to get a
mute
picture.
up. Oh, got you.
Let's turn my chat off for that.
Yeah, when
there we
we're
go. Hold on.
in the podcast, we don't mute our microphones. We let anybody that is in the chat be a part of the conversation as well.
Okay.
So if any of your viewers have questions or anything or want to chime in, read it off and we will talk about it.
Word.
Do you want to make a funny face or you just want to be eating?
Yo, Gravy, what's going on, brother? How we doing?
Perfect. I love it.
Gravy.
Thank you, Mo.
How you doing, Mo?
I'm great. How are you?
Dang it. She
What?
didn't say it.
What?
Slanging and banging.
It's Sunday. I can't sing and bang on Sundays.
That's true.
Let's
But
see.
you could, like, I don't know, you could like sling and sing on Sundays.
It's true. I do that. I do be
Yes.
doing that.
Slinging and singing, bro.
You were saying I just had to create. Can you go away? Why are you making?
Yeah, so
me-
what I do is I make a new scene, right? And then just list it as Discord, and then your sources, you'll do screen capture and you'll change it to that.
Gravy says, "What's up, Douglas?" We're trying to get Mo all set up with her camera over here on Discord, folks.
I'm trying to think of how to do this and make it look funny. Oops. That is not what I
Don't you
wanted
dare,
to do.
Doug. All right. And then I have to. Oh gosh, you're not gonna be. I can't hear you. Hold on. All right.
Oh, you know what I can do?
Window capture.
All right, here's
Wait,
the
what did you say I was
perfect-
supposed to do?
Here's the perfect thing that I'm gonna do.
Bro, do you want to explain that to her while I'm doing this?
So you would have to end your stream because
Oh, yeah.
your stream is using your source right now.
Oh well,
Well,
never mind.
she doesn't have to
You're
end her
s-
stream. She just has to turn her camera off. Oh no. Yeah, the way.
Yeah,
I
it
remember.
doesn't work like that. You would have to end the stream. So what we can do is I could just pull
Don't worry about
Mo's
it.
stream up on my other channel, like on my other computer screen, and
Are-
have that rocket.
What? How come I can't just unplug my phone?
What you mean?
Mo, I need you to look at my stream, please.
Why can't I just unplug my camera?
I don't know.
Do you
Why
use
am I
two
looking
cameras?
at a really large tire on your screen, bro?
She's playing
Yeah.
Car Simulator, Car Mechanic Simulator. Is that the new one or is it? Oh, that's 21.
No, 2020.
Mo, switch to big screen.
No, I'm trying to figure out the extra camera first, and I wanted just a blank screen on my stream.
I got Mo in the corner. Once she switches over to the other camera,
I don't.
It'll
what do you-
be
why are you saying
better.
another camera? Stop lying to these people.
well, I mean the other screen. The other
She
screen.
only has one camera.
Yeah, I know. When she switches her camera back to the larger screen and the game is on the smaller screen, people will see her in the corner of my stream.
Oh,
What he said.
Yeah.
Why are? Oh, it helps when I
But
open
now the screen
Discord.
is black.
Tis.
it is. It is.
Doo-doo,
Yeah. So
doo-doo.
it's you would create a scene for Discord, and then in your
Uh-huh.
source, you would
Uh-huh.
do screen capture,
Uh-huh.
and then you would set that. You would turn your camera off for your stream, and then come into Discord. Your camera would use, or Discord would use your camera there, and then you capture that. You're like basically your monitor screen.
Well, it says right now that her camera is OBS virtual camera.
Oh.
She's got to switch that in the Discord settings to whatever her camera is, which I
Which is
believe
her
is.
phone.
You said
Oh,
your-
you mean my
your
game
phone, right?
capture or OBS
Yeah, right there. Change it to game capture.
game capture? So you want to see what I'm playing?
I don't know. Is that all you have up there?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, she would have to end her stream then.
Oh. Nothing
she
to
would
worry
have to
about.
end her stream because the camera's not popping up.
I don't think that it ever has though, to be honest, because I remember having this problem a long time ago when I was trying to do this.
Right?
with
Have you
my- with my-
ever had your camera in Discord?
No, I try. That's what I was trying to tell you.
Oh,
I've tried
okay.
to do it once before, because when I was doing, I think it's
Oh.
because it's an Apple camera, not an actual camera.
It
Could
could
be.
be
I'm,
that.
I'm using a third-party app to be in OBS.
Oh, well then, yeah, that may be it.
Damn.
I'm not
your
gonna lie,
quality is good.
I like my fix for the situation. I'm just saying.
So
What?
do I. I just have her on my screen.
You should just head on over to that Doug dude.
Oh yeah.
I just have her on my screen.
I took a
and I'm gonna make
screenshot
it-
of her staring at the camera. It's in place of where she should be.
That's
the
what
best-
I have.
Best view you can get.
All right, look at mine. That's how I have it now.
Go
Lord.
away, OBS.
That was perfect.
Sorry,
That's
Mo. We
perfect.
confused you.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, look at my stream now. I dragged the screen capture up to cover the OBS capture.
Oh, that works.
Yeah.
You did it a lot better than I did.
Smart. Very smart.
I
Doug took a picture. I just
did.
dragged
I did.
her game screen. I'm literally watching Mo on my gaming computer monitor,
And you did a pop out of it.
and I just did a display capture and dragged her up. It took 30 seconds, Doug, instead of a picture. And
This took me like 10. What are you talking about?
I look so mad.
And now I have a
do.
picture of Mo forever.
that's
I love
true.
that.
That's true.
You're welcome. You should
And
make
now-
that your screensaver.
All right, hold on.
Ooh, speaking of screensavers, I gotta change. Culberson, thank you for saving a civilian, brother. I have to
Civilians.
change my backgrounds to different superheroes this month.
Anyway,
because
now
it's
that
been
that's figured
3
out.
months. Now that we're all good to go, Mo, how you doing?
Oh, you know, slanging and banging.
There it is. That's what he was waiting for.
You're welcome.
This is my favorite saying from you, Mo. I love it. All right, before we get started, Mo, do you want to play Fortnite on Tuesday with me and Doug?
I
Cool.
cannot.
All right. Damn. Never mind.
We got VBS at our church this week, and I'm getting a bunch of footage.
Words.
Oh, very nice. Okay, I'll allow it. I'll allow it.
And then the week after, next week, I think I have Tuesday open. Don't quote me on that. But then the week after that, I'm at
Sweet.
camp, so I got nothing open.
Then you will play with me and Doug, not this Tuesday, but next Tuesday.
I think so. I can't
Love
check
that.
because my phone's the camera. But
You're like, it's preoccupied.
So, Mo,
yeah,
have you seen Guardians 3 yet?
no.
All right, we are ending the stream.
I've seen
Just
Ant
kidding.
though. The newest Ant-Man.
Oh, did you?
Uh-huh.
What'd you think of it? Did you like it?
I liked it.
I thought it was good. I don't know why everybody's giving it so much hate.
Ant-Man?
Yeah, the Quantumania.
I don't know. I mean, it was kind of like, it was a good movie, don't get me wrong, but for me it was like very here, like across the board. There was no like high low, you know what I mean? Like normally you have like the peak of the Marvel movies, and I felt like it was good,
Right.
you know, across the board. I think that's
it
why
wasn't-
everyone was expecting like, oh my god, we're gonna have the best Ant-Man movie ever.
Right. It wasn't anything to write home about, but it definitely wasn't bad by any
It
stretch
wasn't-
of the
it wasn't number one.
imagination.
No, exactly.
Right.
I think
No.
one was the best one that they made.
Oh, 100%.
I think the order they came out, I've liked them.
Yeah,
Yeah, agreed.
I can agree with that.
Yep.
I can agree with
I
that.
do. I don't know something about because I loved
Dog is a
the
butthole. Why
multiverse
is
of
our dog
madness.
a butthole?
I just like that.
That movie was so good.
I just love the
It was like
like
yeah,
when they're in the multiverse or traveling through the what's it called? I know where
quantum realm.
Yes, the quantum realm. Like when they're flying through and all that. I just love the fact
Yeah.
that just Marvel just does an amazing job. You know,
Wait, now she's talking about Multiverse of Madness now.
yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
the multiverses. You
Well,
were
any
right.
of them in Marvel that have been doing that as of late. I love it. I don't
Yeah,
know why.
I think it's cool. Like that scene specifically in Multiverse of Madness, where they're jumping through the multiverses and you see all the different ones. The thing I like
Mhm.
about that is those are all worlds that we saw in the comics.
Right,
None of
yeah.
those, not a single one of those was made up. Like that was all something that they, we've seen.
Yeah, that was super cool. That movie was really good too, and we got to see the power of Scarlet Witch. That was my favorite part.
I loved it. And
Yeah.
that was the thing. I had no idea she was gonna be in the movie
Yeah.
because I didn't watch a trailer.
Right.
They did a really good job at like
Portraying
not
the fact
really-
that she was not the bad guy.
Yeah,
Because the wife and I were sitting in the theater, and it was when Doctor Strange goes to talk to her, and he's like, I need your help, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, oh, such and such. And the wife and I literally looked at each other and was like, it's her. She's the one after her.
she's the bad lady.
And then as soon as that happened, the doctor was like, I didn't say her name, He caught on it immediately too.
Yeah.
And then she
So-
like lets the world dissipate. It's because she's been putting on this, facade in this orchard. And
Dude, she was
yeah.
so destructive in that movie.
I'm thinking about WandaVision now.
WandaVision. I enjoyed
I was
WandaVision.
jumping all over the place.
Sorry,
I love it.
my train of thought it will just fly into different movies.
Her
Just start
train-
talking about
fine.
WandaVision.
Her train of
fine.
thought is about the same as the train in Spider-Man when just going through. Yeah.
It's
Welcome.
everywhere. I love it.
You're very
I
welcome.
love it. Did you watch WandaVision? Did you like it, Mo?
I loved WandaVision.
Yeah.
Really?
I thought it
I
was really
loved it.
good.
I loved it. Well, here's the thing. When it started, I'm a huge fan of the movie Pleasantville.
Yeah.
And the way it
Okay.
started, I was like, oh, this gives me Pleasantville vibes. And then how it was like getting weirder and weirder as the show went on gave
Yeah.
me like Black Mirror vibes. And I was like,
Yeah.
I am for this. And also, I love Elizabeth Olsen so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm about it.
I think she did
I
a
love
really good
Elizabeth
job
Olsen.
across the past 10 years of portraying her. And then in Multiverse of Madness, we finally get to see the all-out strength that she has, because again, going back to the comics, she is one of the most powerful Marvel people.
Oh, yeah.
So getting to see that power, which Brones knows my qualm with the movie, but at the same time, like, I understand why we had to see the all-out power that she had. So
Yeah.
Wait, which qualm was it?
just the fact that she came in and just obliterated the Illuminati like they were nothing.
Oh yeah, dude, just
Yeah.
destroyed him. She wasn't even on the Earth. She was controlling that
yeah.
Earth's Wanda. Like that
Yeah.
is how powerful she is.
Exactly.
She was controlling that Earth's Wanda. I'm getting distracted by Mo fixing tires right now.
So much fun. I can't stop.
I have Brones, you don't even know. Being me, I'm a mechanic myself. I will spend so much time and money in this game, like in-game money, fixing these
like
cars.
real life money?
No.
Yeah,
Don't
you
do that.
fix those brake pads, Mo.
Don't forget to do the alignment. But yeah.
But yeah, dude, just seeing how powerful Wanda was in Multiverse of Madness, like
Bro.
it was almost like the end game vibes where like I watched
Facts.
my childhood come to life on the big screen.
Yeah.
When I saw how powerful, because every time I saw Wanda on screen, I was like, I mean, I dig it. I love Elizabeth Olsen.
Yeah.
I love the way she's playing the character. But why are we not seeing like this ultimate badass, like Darkhold book of like destruction
Yeah.
coming out of her? And
Well,
then we got it in Multiverse.
And that's kind of like if you'd have watched WandaVision,
Which I still have to.
which you still need to. Yeah, the end of WandaVision sets up true Scarlet Witch, not just
Okay.
Wanda, oh, Wanda's got power, she's a witch. No, the end
Catherine
of,
Hahn, man.
oh,
Ugh.
she's so good.
I love Catherine
Catherine
Hahn.
Hahn
dude.
is
She's
amazing.
funny
We
as
just
hell.
watched-
Anything.
We just watched We're the Millers, and I'm just
Me
like,
too.
Oh my god, I love that movie.
she's like, can I hold the baby? She's like, she wants to hold the fucking weed baby. Yeah, she's so good. Like, and her
I
in
love
that
that
role,
movie, yo.
I honestly can't see like anybody else as Agatha.
Oh no.
like
Oh
she
no, at
did
all.
so well. I mean, that TV series was pretty good.
Can we just backtrack real quick to We're the Millers?
Yes.
The scene when
Spider
Catherine
bit me nuts.
Hahn and Nick Offerman are in the tent with them.
the way
Oh
she
my
puts her
God.
hands.
They're on it. There we go. And then
Here we go.
Nick, you got
She's
Nick
like
over here.
so excited. She is so excited and nervous that
Yeah.
she's like,
They're like, maybe that's enough for tonight. They're like, yes.
Nick
I'm
Offerman
never
just
gonna
like
wash my hands.
he's over here finger fucking. Oh my god, so good.
Yes.
And then when they find out that like they're actually drug mules, and
Oh
Nick
my
is like,
God, yo.
we shared a moment that night in the tent.
I'm gonna hug my family.
I'm gonna hug my family. Yeah.
Dude,
Oh, that
that
movie is so good.
is so fucking funny.
I love the
I love
end
that
when they're
movie.
in like witness protection, and you know they're introducing themselves to the family that just moved in. And they're like, "Oh, I'm such and such, and we're the Millers, right?" And then they turn around like, "What pretentious assholes? Who comes over and invites them? Like, who introduces themselves?" I'm like, "That's me now, and I'm not in witness protection."
Yeah, right? I don't want to meet my neighbors, dude. Fuck that.
I met
I'm
my
sorry.
neighbors.
That movie is so good. I
They're
love
weird.
that movie.
Your neighbors are weird. I've heard of them.
You have weird neighbors?
Yeah, it's my parents. My landlord's my dad.
He's a real stickler on the rent.
He really is. I'm so annoyed
Oh
by
my
it.
god, yo. Oh, that's awesome.
Rach also said that WandaVision is top tier. So
Who said that?
Rach.
Rage.
Rachel.
So
Let's go.
I feel like I'm one of the few, obviously Mo, that actually enjoyed that show. It did start kind of slow, like 1st couple episodes, where it was kind of like,
I've watched 3.
all right, let's get some
Oh.
traction here,
Yeah.
and then
I'll give you this. I'll give you that for sure.
yeah, and then I honestly like episode 4. It really does start to get better, and you're like,
Okay.
I need every episode.
Because this one had end credits too. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what was getting me. This is the end credits. And I was just like, ugh.
Yeah, it's such a. I thought it was a very good put together show. Better
So,
than some of the ones we've
yeah.
done.
Which show did you not like from Marvel? Were there any shows that you were not a fan of?
There aren't really that I haven't seen. Well, that's not true. That I haven't seen that I didn't like, but I also haven't seen a lot besides Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and WandaVision.
Well, I'm talking about MCU. Have you
Just
seen
in
like
general.
She-Hulk and Moon Knight and Miss
No.
Marvel and all them?
No.
Okay.
Miss Marvel's on my list. I don't care for She-Hulk. I heard it was not good. Oh, I watched
really
Loki.
liked it.
Loki
I
was
loved
mid.
it.
I think Loki is right there with WandaVision personally.
I would say that Moon Knight, really good show.
Mhm.
Very comic inaccurate. Like it was not very accurate in terms of the
Oh.
comic books. Mainly just because
It's the
one
character.
of the biggest, yeah, it's the character. A lot of the
But
comic
character
inaccuracies.
backstory, I guess I should say.
Yeah, like Stephen Grant was supposed to be
The MCU Batman. Well, Bruce
like
Wayne.
a Bruce Wayne type, like a billionaire philanthropist, like filmmaker or something.
Mhm.
But
Filmmaker.
they said that
Yeah.
they didn't want him to be.
They said we didn't
like
want another
Batman.
Bruce Wayne, and we're like, that's literally his character in throughout.
Yeah,
So,
they
Why
went
wouldn't you
with
do it?
him. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
they made him
So they made him a freaking
museum
shop
gift
guy.
shop. Yeah.
like what?
Nothing to do. I was truly waiting for like a flip of like he's just doing this because he's bored,
Yeah,
and then it never came. But
yeah.
Moon Knight was very good.
It was a
Moon
very,
Knight.
very good
Man,
show.
man, man, Moon
Man, Moon Knight.
was
Oh,
the
I
other
finished
one?
this car? Go me.
go
It
sell
was
it.
a very
Or not
good
sell it,
show.
give it back to the customer.
But what I did want to ask you, Mo, I feel like we should just ask anybody that is a guest on the show.
Can I just say, I feel like Mo's camera is better than ours, and she's using a
It
phone.
It really is, bro, and I'm kind of mad about it. Like, she's got this iPhone, and it's like top tier quality, like 4K quality, and then here we are, just like, yeah, look at that shit, dude. Like, if I do that, okay, it didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Sorry, I laughed so hard. I got lucky because now they charge you $10 a month to use
For
the
that
app.
app, yeah.
I got grandfathered in because I randomly found it.
I mean, to be honest,
Oh,
like
snap.
I was messing with my my phone the other day, and you can put it in 60 frame 4K. So
Yeah.
it's
I could do that.
intense.
Yeah, man, fuck my camera. I might use my phone from now on.
I'm
That
about
was
to, man.
inspiring me.
Right? I mean,
Uh,
that just
so-
looks so much better.
It
I'm
really
looking at
does,
myself.
dude.
All right, fuck.
It
this.
looks so much better. But okay, the question I
Anyway.
wanted to ask is, we had Tay and his girlfriend on 2 weeks ago,
Uh-huh.
and one of the questions that we asked them was, what was your favorite MCU movie and what was your least favorite MCU movie?
Ooh. Least favorite, I'm gonna go ahead and say the first Hulk. Not the original Hulk, like back from the 70s, but like the one with what's his name?
Anna.
Yeah. With like
Oh yeah,
barely
that movie's garbage.
That's
bottom of my list.
terrible.
Cop. Oh man, I don't know. I'd have to say I loved Wakanda Forever. I don't know why, but that one really
That
touched
was a
my
very
soul.
good one. That was
It was
That
a
really
good
touched my
movie.
that was
soul.
such a good one.
And
It was
I
a really good movie.
try to make sure I'm not focusing on just specific moments of a show that, or sorry, moments of a movie that makes me like it. Because like there's specific moments I just love so much in a movie, but I don't like the whole movie.
Right.
I believe, yeah, I can see that. Is there one that you can think of that like sticks out that has more moments in it than others?
I'm trying to think. I want to say it's either Infinity War or Endgame. I'm leaning more towards Endgame,
Yeah.
Okay.
just because honestly, that last end scene when On Your Left came in, I
Yeah. Oh,
tears.
Yeah.
so good.
I cried. I
yeah.
cried when
Tears.
all of them came, and I was like,
Yeah.
this is my childhood coming to life.
Yeah.
And the amount of people they had
Oh
in there,
my
like
god.
Yeah.
when you
And
went
he's
back
like-
and watched or hearing about all these things, that were
Yeah.
like, what's his name? Duck was in there.
Yeah.
Oh, Howard
Yeah.
the Duck.
Howard the
I
Duck,
fucking
and like
love Howard the Duck. He's one of my favorite like side characters, you know, that like you just don't think about him. I love it.
So, Doug, what did you say yours were?
Bottom, you know, when we talked about this, I truly did forget about that Hulk movie. Like it was so bad. I think because it's pre-MCU.
Well, yeah, the one with Eric Bana was not MCU, but the one with Edward Norton was
I mean, that's-
considered MCU.
That movie is phenomenal.
Wait.
I absolutely love that movie.
I love the Edward Norton Hulk.
I did too. Random question: was Blade part of MCU? Or is it just
No.
a Marvel
No.
movie?
It was
Okay.
just a
No,
Marvel
MCU
movie.
started with Iron Man 1.
The very
Or
first.
no, MCU started with The Incredible Hulk with Edward Norton and then
Yeah.
Iron Man 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
As far as like individual superheroes whose movie I did not like the most, not Wonder Woman. What's her face? Brie Larson. I don't even like the name so much.
Captain
Captain
Marvel?
America.
Yeah,
Or yeah, Captain Marvel.
Captain America.
Captain Marvel
I
is my,
saw
my
this
least
and I'm
favorite.
like, it just for some reason in the corner of my eye, I saw that.
Yeah. My dad loves the Captain America movies.
They're good.
They-
He loves
yeah.
them.
So oh yeah, Doug, what was yours? I forget what yours
so
were.
bottom end, if we're going that like that, I mean, even back further, like Elektra's terrible.
Oh,
That
God.
Hulk is terrible. But as far as MCU, it's Black Widow.
Same.
Well, no, I think you guys said Black Widow. I said Eternals.
Well, I've never seen Eternals yet, so
Right.
I cannot say.
I stick with Eternals. Like that movie was just tragic.
Added you guys
Yeah.
to my stream.
Black Widow was garbage. Black Widow was so bad, dude.
And then
All
top-
the
it was
garbage.
horrible.
And
Yo,
then-
Double, thank you for saving a civilian, bro.
Dude, it's so hard to pick a single top because there's like, kind of like Mo said, like, there's so many good moments throughout. It's hard to pick a
Right.
single because I mean, the first Captain America was phenomenal. Me being, you know, an Iron Man fanatic, Iron Man 1 was like, you know, it took it back to roots from where how he got injured, his very first, the Mark 1 suit, seeing that, you know, I don't like Terrence Howard, so I think that part
Yeah.
of the movie fell apart.
So
for me.
glad he did not continue.
Oh,
Ugh.
me too. He
The-
was garbage.
I wish we
dude.
could just go superimpose Don Cheadle onto Rhodey for the first movie.
Yeah, right?
And I
The
think
skin tone, is too different to do that.
I know,
Yeah.
but I'm
It'd be
just
like,
saying, like
is Terrence black facing right now? Like, what's happening?
that movie would have been so much better with someone else, because I don't like Terrence Howard. I don't like any of his movies. Just, as an actor, I just don't like him. He may be
He's
a good
not a good
person in real
actor.
life.
I loved him in Wholesome Flow, not gonna lie, and in Empire, it's a TV
Empire,
show.
yeah.
I was never a fan of Terrence Howard.
But like the first Iron Man, I absolutely loved, and then you have that in the very last scene. You know, he's supposed to be doing this PR, and he's like, you know, oh yes, I'm Tony Stark, blah blah blah, and then you see it click, and he's like, you know what, I am Iron Man, and it's like, yes, that was so good for me. But I don't know, I'm kind of, you know, Endgame, man. I think Endgame really tops all of them, where you had so many good scenes above all, like the you know, Cap finally picking up Mjolnir, the on your left, you know, the three, you got Cap, Iron Man, and Thor just beating the shit out of Thanos.
Yeah.
Right?
So aside from On Your Left, what is your favorite scene in Endgame?
Probably
In
when Cap
Endgame?
lifts the hammer.
Yeah, you
When
see
Cap
that hammer lift up and then it
lifts
floats
Mjolnir.
away and it just goes right into Cap, and he's already got the shield. It's like, oh, that
Yeah.
was so good.
That was probably the most badass scene I've ever
Yeah.
seen in cinematic history.
And that was teased in Ultron. So you're talking what, 5 years prior, 6 years
that
prior?
Was, yeah.
Oh
that
yeah,
was
when he lifted
teased.
the hammer a little bit, I love
Yeah,
that
it
scene.
just
He
kinda like-
moved the hammer.
And you see Thor
Yeah.
like, what?
What?
Okay, so I have a question. I'm not super versed. I've always wondered about that. Why was Thor so surprised? Was he worried he wouldn't be?
No, so the hammer is not specifically Thor's, right?
Okay.
The Mjolnir is just enchanted that I forget the actual quote, but whomever deems worthy. The hammer actually picks who is worthy. So
Okay.
just because Cap picks it up, that doesn't mean that it's no longer Thor's, or it doesn't belong to Thor. It's not like the Darksaber from Star Wars, where whoever takes it now owns it, right? But it was just Thor like, oh, I've never seen anyone ever move that besides me and Odin,
Right.
obviously.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
But it's just, he was kind of like, it was more curiosity. And then the fact that Vision lifts it, that's a whole nother.
Though, why was he able to just do that with just? He was like, "Oh, here, grab this."
Because he's inhuman. He has no
Yeah.
he has no soul.
Oh.
So the hammer can't magically decide if he's worthy or not. So it's
Right.
he's just able to move it.
Because all he is he's just a big living supercomputer.
Mhm.
Got it. So I'm gonna ask a lot of stupid questions. It's just a lot of stuff I wanted clarification on that I didn't feel like doing.
If there's anybody to ask, it's us.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
So-
Vision is not worthy. He's just not able to be judged.
Correct.
How was Vision able to come? Is Vision part Jarvis?
He is Jarvis.
Yes, he is Jarvis. So his, genetic makeup, as you call it,
Mhm.
is Jarvis,
Yeah.
infused with the Mind Stone,
How was Thor able to know that he just needed to do that to make Vision come to life?
because he had his own vision.
That we weren't shown, right? We were partially shown whenever he was in that little lake thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Got
And
it.
he was able to interpret that into the fact that they needed vision in order to take down Ultron.
Are
Yes.
Ultron and Vision related?
Kind of.
Technically,
Yeah, they're both
Kinda,
made
yeah.
by Tony, so it's like two projects made by Tony.
they're like really pissed off brothers that never got
Yeah.
along.
They're stepbrothers that never
Yeah.
made bunk beds.
Yeah.
Made bunk beds.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
That's
I'm learning
why
things.
towards the end of that movie where Ultron, I again can't remember the exact quote, but Ultron's like said something like, you could have been better, or you know, we could have
Yeah.
done things.
We
And-
could have been great together
Exactly,
or something
yeah.
like that.
Because he sees that, you know, what he's made of. Ultron saw what Vision was made of, so he's like, you could be powerful with me. And, you know, that's not Vision's quest. So,
Yeah.
Fair.
you-
Who do you
you-
guys think is smarter, Banner or Stark?
Banner. Stark is smarter when it comes to always having a plan, but Banner is smarter when it comes to science.
True. I mean,
If that makes sense.
Tony is well versed in the fact that, like, I mean, obviously he made his own element, right?
Yeah.
You know, that he's not stupid by any means, and he knows how to do that. He knew
Well,
that
He
looking
made
at
his own
They're
element
Rach
with
said they're
guidance.
cousins.
their cousins.
With guidance.
True, with
He made
guidance
his own
from his
element
father.
with guidance.
Yeah, from his father. True, I agree. But, you know, I agree. Yeah, Banner is you know, he knows the science. That's why he needed his help.
Yeah.
Tony is
Okay.
very good at building tech. Like Tony can build the tech, and then Banner can, you know, apply the science to it to make it work.
Yes.
So do you think Tony is smart, or do you think it's just he's smart because he has Jarvis?
Oh, I think
I think he's definitely
yeah.
smart.
yeah.
Okay.
'Cause
It's
if you
not just solely Jarvis.
right, if you think about when they went back to get the stones, right?
Uh-huh.
Banner couldn't figure out how to move them through time, right? He was
Right.
moving time through them. And then Tony came up with the fact that you needed a beacon, basically, to remember where you are in the timeline, and that's why he made the device. And then
Oh, that makes sense.
and then Banner was like, "Oh, okay, let's apply that to my science, and then we can, you know, jump through timelines."
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Exactly.
But I would say that Banner is I would say that he's a little bit smarter than Tony based upon the fact, I mean, you have not seen She-Hulk, but it explains
Yeah.
Spoil it for me. It's
in
fine.
depth why he is Smart Hulk now, and it's because he was able to do some sciencey stuff and
Basically
subside
redesigned
the
his
anger.
own DNA. Yeah.
Yeah, he was able to redesign the DNA to make himself stay Smart Hulk as opposed to Rage Hulk.
Mhm.
But we
Yeah,
don't
that's my
want
next
Smart
question.
Hulk.
No,
He's
we-
a bitch now.
He kind of is. With
We
his,
want Rage Hulk.
with his cardigans and the.
Yeah, he looks like a pissed off father.
I want I want Norton Hulk back. Like the
Oh, yeah.
I like
vicious Hulk.
Ruffalo, but Norton
do.
was I think Norton was a better choice. He
Yeah.
looked more Bannerish
Yeah.
Yeah.
than
Oh,
Mark
yeah.
Ruffalo does.
Well, yeah, because every banner you saw, even up to like every banner iteration we've seen throughout the years has been, he's always thin. He's just like
Yeah.
this thin, feeble scientist. And then when he turns
Yeah.
into Hulk, he's the exact opposite with,
And that's what he's supposed to be.
yeah.
Mark
I-
Ruffalo did thin out in like future movies though.
Yeah.
When he came back for like the Endgame stuff and
Mhm.
Infinity War, he was significantly thinner than he
Yeah.
was in any other movie that he's
Kind of
been in.
shocking.
Do what?
It was kind of shocking, if I'm being honest.
It was
Yeah.
kind of wild to see him with like a tight cut hair
Mhm.
style later on, and like you
Instead
could
of
see
like the
his
curly,
jaw
yeah.
instead of it being like
Ah,
rounded
yeah.
out.
Who are you?
Yeah, it was kind of
Who
strange.
are you and why did you kill Mark Ruffalo?
Give us Ruffalo.
Give us the real Ruffalo back. Yeah. No,
So okay,
I'm curious too, because obviously I don't want to spoil anything for Mo for the new
What?
the new Cap. So you know that they recast Thunderbolt, the general, because the
Oh Lord, definitely spoil that for. I did not like that guy's face.
they recast him because he passed away, so they recast.
Yeah.
I kind of feel bad for that couple. Wait, who are you talking about?
Thunderbolt Ross.
Thunderbolt Ross.
Betty
so the,
Ross's dad.
Yeah, the general who
Yo,
put
Matt,
the
thank you for saving the
Sokovia
civilian, brother.
Accords into effect. He
I
was
have to look this up
he
because I'm
was
thinking
the
of a whole different
general
person.
from
The guy with the
uh,
mustache from Civil War.
Yeah.
The guy with the mustache that was like, "You guys did a lot of things."
He
that
was-
What was
need
his
to
name?
be
General what?
accounted for." General Ross.
General Ross. He was-
Harrison Ford is going to be
he was
playing him
played
now.
by
Surprise!
William Hurt.
Why don't they use what's his name? Wait, who are they casting now?
Harrison Ford. Who's
In
like
this-
81.
Who is this guy?
What guy?
Hold on.
Who is this?
Because this doesn't look like this picture I was looking at does not look like he looks like Sam Elliott.
Okay, so yes, Sam Elliott played Ross in the Banna movies.
Oh yeah, he did.
Oh, he did.
So you got to jump forward to the Norton movies.
Yes.
Like
They should have just gone back to Elliott. No, he's kind of like old now.
so
mean, it
is,
would still
so is
fit.
Harrison
Yeah, I think
Ford.
he's younger than Harrison
Ford's
Ford.
80.
He's way older looking now that I think about it.
Yeah, I love Sam Elliott.
Yeah, same.
he played Ross back then.
Yeah. So, real quick, my favorite and least favorite, because y'all gave your shit. I'm
Oh,
gonna give
sorry,
you
yeah.
mine.
No, yeah.
Black Widow was garbage. Fuck that movie.
Facts.
I hated that movie so much, based solely on the
One
fact
character.
of Taskmaster.
Yep.
Taskmaster is my favorite Marvel villain, and they did Taskmaster so goddamn dirty in this movie. It had nothing to do with the comic book rendition of the character. I felt cheated like a son of a bitch. Sloth, thank you for saving a civilian. I felt cheated, man. I was so pissed. I was so mad when they took that mask off, and I was like, yep, I am exiting this film. I was pissed, bro.
Close.
I was
hitting the
so
X
mad.
on this.
Dude, you don't understand, man. Like, I wanted to punch a hole into my TV. That's how angry I was. And usually, I know I shouldn't get that mad at things, but when it comes to destroying my favorite character,
Yeah.
my favorite Marvel
that's-
villain,
That's
Oh,
fair.
yeah.
it's justified, bro. It's justified.
Absolutely.
But favorite movie, I originally said Shang-Chi, Doug, when we were
Yeah.
talking with Tay,
Shang-Chi
but
was so good.
it really was. It was
I
a
forgot
good
about
one.
that.
I love the fact, like, you know, we're getting to that area where like a lot of washing is happening within movies, you know? Washing, like whitewashing, you know, just changing characters when they don't need to be
Oh.
changed. that kind
Oh,
of
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
And I love that
got
they
you.
stuck with the, you know, the Asiatic, you know, concept behind that whole film. And then you got to see a different side of characters that we've never seen in a Marvel, you know, film with,
Yeah.
you know, showing his friend's family and all of that. And then like going to his family or like his, you know, where his mom used to be, and like getting to see all that, I thought that they did an excellent job with that.
Not gonna lie, if they whitewashed Shang-Chi and like cast Ryan Gosling to
Oh my
play him, I
God.
would have been pretty fucking mad.
It's the concept
Like,
of what was it,
they keep
47
the
Ronin, where
rest.
it was was it Keanu Reeves?
I think so. They keep the rest of the movie Asiatic, and then you got the main character as a white guy. That would have been fucking wild.
That would have been a poor choice. I don't know, put it
But
that way.
Shang-Chi, that was my choice. And then when I started rewatching the timeline from the beginning, and I got up to Captain America Winter Soldier,
It's so good.
holy shit, dude. When
Yeah.
I rewatched that movie after years, because I haven't seen it for years, when I rewatched it, that movie was perfect.
Yeah.
It was perfect. And I looked up the score of that film, and I'm not a big like score guy, but I just wanted to see if people had the same thought process as me.
Mhm.
It had like a 95%
Yeah.
approval rating.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Like,
it was up there.
and I was like, that makes sense because that movie was incredible. It was so good from start to finish. It was nonstop action, nonstop like who is the Winter Soldier up until the very end when you see the reveal that it's Bucky.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, this movie is a masterpiece. I didn't think it could get any better in terms of quality and storytelling when we got Shang-Chi, when we got Endgame and Infinity War. I didn't think that we were going to get anything better
I do
than
too,
Winter
Rach.
Soldier. I thought that was top tier.
So let me while we're on that, let me run through like Of course, Rotten Tomatoes, you know, they're pretty good across the board as
I'm
far
sorry,
as like
did you just say tomatoes?
Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay, it sounded like you said rotten tomatoes. I was
No.
like, okay, the T is silent to him.
Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh wait, real quick
The
before
T
you,
is a D in his language.
Jeez.
I forgot I also watched Winter Soldier and the Falcon. It was mid for me.
You didn't like it?
It was mid.
I thought it was really good. We got to see Anthony Mackie as the new Captain America. We got to see Bucky on his crusade to becoming a better Winter Soldier. And then we got to see U.S. Agent murder a man with a shield.
I think what I liked most about that was the continued like back and forth between Anthony Mackie and
Sebastian Stan.
that, you know, kind of
Yeah.
continued from the
The
Civil
like
War.
brotherhood dynamic.
Yeah, because it's like, can you move your seat back? No. Like,
Yeah. I love that.
I thought that was so good. Like, it was just,
Yeah. I love those two together. And they're like brothers in real life.
Yeah.
If you ever watch any of the interviews with each other, they're
Oh,
always
yeah.
clowning each other. They're always
I love
messing
that.
with each
Yeah.
other. I love those two together in
Yeah.
that dynamic.
Yeah, I thought that I enjoyed that one. I think that as far as the TV shows go, like, I mean, Shield has been around forever. Like,
Oh,
we've
I need to rewatch again.
I've never seen Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh,
none of
never.
it.
Never.
so good.
Oh, dude.
So good.
I mean, hundreds of Marvel characters that, you know how we talk about like how Marvel MCU needs to bring in characters we haven't heard of, haven't seen in a long
Yeah.
time. Watch Shield. Like,
I mean,
Okay.
it drew me in because of literally just Coulson.
yeah.
That
The
trailer
fact
when
that-
he
I
steps
did
out from
like
the shadows, he
Coulson.
was.
Yep.
I did like Coulson.
Yep.
I just love them so much more
Yeah.
after, and they have a lot of tie-ins to the movie as well.
Oh yeah.
To
Okay.
the actual
Yeah.
movies, like
Yep.
they even
All
talk about
throughout.
the twins.
Yeah. They
the-
make
what's her name?
comments. They
The-
make comments about like, oh, this just happened, and we gotta kind of clean up, or you know, we gotta follow up on
Okay.
this because this.
they
event
talk.
just
I mean, they
went
talk
down.
about Thor.
Yep.
What's her name is in it? What's the chick from the Thor movies?
Natalie
Not Keira
Portman?
Knightley. No, not the same person. Natalie Portman. No, the other, the girl Thor.
Cat.
Yeah, she's in a couple
Oh,
episodes.
Kat Dennings.
Yeah, no,
Sif.
yes,
Oh, okay.
Sif's in
Lady
it.
Sif.
Lady
Oh,
Sif.
wow, okay.
Those words. I
Yeah.
mean, and you have a couple times. I mean,
Yeah.
it ties into I think not Winter Soldier. Well, yeah, Winter
I think
Soldier
it-
ties into a lot because they mentioned the twins.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
It ties
Highly
into
recommend.
a lot. Like, there's so many characters throughout that series that like kind of like what Brones and I talk about, how like we want to see newer characters. Though
Right.
they brought them into that TV show just kind of like as the villains. They're like, oh, this guy can do this, and you're like, that's the Absorbing Man. Like, you know, like this guy can literally touch metal and he's a piece of steel. You know, that's
bro,
so,
that was wild to me.
that scene
Rach
was
just
cool.
reminded me. Have you guys ever watched Black Mirror, the most recent
Yes.
season?
Yes.
She said I cannot look at Anthony Mackie the same after Black
Yo,
Mirror.
that episode.
Yo, I was
That
done.
And that's
episode.
the
I
same guy
was
that played Black Manta from Aquaman too. So I'm like,
He did.
Yo, my favorite part that always has me dying in that episode is when Anthony Mackie looks so disappointed and he's like, just fucking kiss me, man.
yeah. When they meet in the rain, I'm
They're
just like,
yeah,
this is
he's
so
like,
weird.
just
It was
fucking kiss
this
me,
is
man.
So weird. And then you've got Palm. Palm was the lady fighter in that scene.
Yes.
Palm Clementov or Clementieff. Yeah.
Clementif.
Yeah. That episode was
man.
so weird. I'm
That's
just like,
a really good show, though.
hold on. Yeah.
Although the that season was only 3 episodes, I was like,
Yeah.
y'all spent all this money to make 3
Hey,
episodes?
3.
Mhm.
Like,
They're coming out with 5 new episodes.
are
I
they?
saw that.
When?
Yeah.
And end of the summer.
Okay. Hell yeah. I
Nice.
love that show.
Nice.
I love
That's
it.
a really
I always
wild
tell
show.
people when I tell people, I was like, skip the very first episode because it turned so many people off with the whole pig thing. Why would you make that the beginning episode
With the what thing?
where that Democrat dude or that
Yep.
political guy has to have sex with
Yup.
the pig before Like,
They'll release.
and he has to like fully do the deed before he can stop, or they'll release some
and
crazy
then come
information.
to find out it was just some psychotic guy making shit up, and yeah, I remember that. And then his wife wouldn't touch him after that. She was like disgusted with him. He's like, "What do you want me to do?"
I mean, I wouldn't either if I'm being honest.
But
Yeah. No,
so
thank you.
what I was gonna do was I was just gonna run through the Rotten Tomatoes
Oh yeah.
scores for
Love
all
that.
the Marvel movies, just as a
Okay.
real quick. So Eternals had a 47% Rotten.
I never
Good
watched
Lord.
it.
Yeah.
Ant-Man Quantumania had a 46% Rotten.
Wow, boo!
Yes.
That's
Um,
bullshit.
I'll read you the critic thing. It says mostly lacks the spark of fun that elevated earlier adventures, but Jonathan Majors Kang is a thrilling villain poised to alter the course of the MCU. So basically, they felt the same. How it was just kind of like kind of ran across, and then
Dude,
they, yeah.
Was Kang
Baskin
random?
Robbins Scott.
Baskin Robbins Scott. Yo, that was so.
Yeah,
I was not mad about that.
this is so good.
Why was Kang? I feel like we've seen Kang somewhere else, or am I just
We
thinking?
have.
Loki?
We have. The end of Loki season 1.
Got
Well,
it.
Okay, kind of. So
It was
yeah,
a variant
it's
of
a
Kang.
variant. The Kang we saw in the end of Loki is a variant of the one that we just saw in Quantumania, which is obviously also another variant. So
Right.
So Kang is the best way to explain Kang is he makes Thanos look like a little bitch.
facts.
Kang is
He exists in multiple timelines, and
Yeah.
whereas kind of like the concept of Scarlet Witch, how she was trying to find another body that had the kids. Some of those
Right.
bodies don't have powers, right? All of the Kangs across all universes, across all timelines, have powers, and he's one of the craziest villains.
If you saw the Quantum Mania end credit scene, which I imagine you have, Mo, he is. If you saw the one where he got trapped, after he got trapped, and they had the end credit scene, and it showed them talking about how he was trapped and blah 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 blah, how they're gonna destroy the world or whatever.
Yeah.
And then it pans out, and there's like hundreds of
Hundreds,
thousands of
yeah.
them.
Yes.
That is how powerful Kang
That's
is.
the Council of Kang, is what that's called.
Yeah, that's
it's
the
really
council
just all
of
Kang.
Kangs.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Some
he
of them
exists across
are.
infinite, basically.
Yeah. Some of them are not as dangerous. Some of them are worse than the Kang that we saw in Quantum Mania.
So
The
we're
core
thinking,
ones
yeah.
that were standing at the front before the pan out, those
Yeah.
were like, that was like the order of the worst ones.
Yeah.
Like that was the most
Pharaoh
destructive
Kang.
and
Yeah.
most dangerous Kangs.
Crazy.
Yep. But yeah,
Yeah.
that has a 46% rotten, is what that has.
That's crazy to me.
I liked it. I thought
I
it was a
did.
good
I
movie.
did too.
Thor: Love and Thunder has a 63%. I guess
That movie was so bad.
I guess if it goes from rotten to, I don't know.
Kind of liked it. I liked it more than the second one.
So I didn't like it because
The characters that we
they gave Thor the Ruffalo treatment
Yeah.
with like
Oh,
turning him into
facts.
like comedy. Like,
goofy comedy.
I feel like they started doing that in Ragnarok though.
They did.
well, they did that in Ragnarok, but Ragnarok was a good move. Was
That's
a good
true.
movie all around. They expanded on that goofiness and made it even worse.
Well, here's
Like
the thing.
they,
It's
they
because of
turned
who
him
the
into a
director
walking.
was.
Yeah, Taika Waititi.
Yeah,
I was about to say who can say the name, but Brones just killed it.
I think. Yeah,
Got you, girl.
yeah. I don't know. I don't think he should be producing or directing Marvel films, because the Marvel
No.
films that we're looking for
They're too goofy.
aren't comedic roles. Now
Right.
there are comedic characters throughout the Marvel universe, like the Guardians of the Galaxy, Howard the Duck, stuff like that, which we
Right.
got to see. Thor, no, absolutely
Yeah.
not.
And I mean, Christian Bale as Gore the God Butcher. I mean, let's be real. If anybody knows anything about Gore the God Butcher, he's one of Thor's most dangerous adversaries
Yeah, because of the
later on in
Necro
the
Sword.
comic books, because of the Necro Sword, which is a
God killer.
birth child of the symbiote, the alien symbiotes.
Mhm.
Actually, the Necro Sword, it's not a birth child. It is an alien. It is an alien symbiote sword that was given to Gore the God Butcher by Null, the god of symbiotes. So that was supposed to be our first real look at the Necro Sword and the symbiotes.
Now, the Necro Sword was sick.
It was sick, but they changed its origins from it being, I forget what I think it was like, wasn't it like something crazy, like the blood of the fallen of his planet or whatever. I don't know.
I don't remember how they pulled it out of the movie.
They made him goofy as hell. First off, he looked nothing like the comic book counterpart of Gore the God Butcher. Second off, they made him like, I don't know if you remember, but when he had all the kids on that like planet in the like weird goo cages, and he was like talking to them like Pennywise the clown, like, hey kids, like talking like a jackass. I was like, are you fucking serious? This dude is Gore the God Butcher. He killed one god the entire movie. I don't know. I just, oh man, that movie was rough. Like,
the only thing they got right, I felt like, with that movie was the storyline.
When the movie was ending and the credits rolled. Yeah, I agree.
I was gonna say the storyline with Jane, which is a fucking terrible storyline, but they got that right.
Well, yeah, I mean, she was the best part of that movie.
Yeah.
She was the best part of that movie, was the fact that she had the cancer, which was comic accurate. Yep. She died and then, went
to Valhalla because she died on the battlefield. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. You said you liked it better than the second one, Mo? You're talking about Dark World, right?
Yeah, I did not like Dark World.
I loved it. I thought Dark World was very good, but that's also because I like Dark Elves.
I just had this discussion with Browns. I don't even remember that movie.
So it was...
I mean, I know I've seen it. Don't get me wrong. Like, I remember bits and pieces because that's where Thor's mother gets killed. So...
And that was also how Jane gets the cancer, I'm pretty sure.
Supposedly from the ether, yeah.
Oh,
yeah, the ether is what gave Jane the cancer.
Mm-hmm.
And I really liked the fact that it was the Dark Elves.
Also, I just gotta say, I like what you're doing there, Mo. That looks cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, it does look pretty dope.
I was like, wait, I forgot I could move all this stuff around.
But yeah, I truly don't remember that movie, just because, I mean, I remember bits and pieces, but I couldn't tell you like plot line. I remember
whenever I did a rewatch, I skipped it.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was terrible. It definitely wasn't the best, but I don't think it was terrible.
Gotcha. I might have to just rewatch it.
I liked it more than the first.
Don't shoot me or kick me off the stream. For me, for the 4 movies, I liked, in this order, Love and Thunder, Ragnarok, 1, and then Darkness Falls. What was it called? Dark World.
Darkness Falls. Darkness Falls. Completely different movie series.
Yeah. That was a killer tooth fairy like 25 years ago.
Hey, it gave me a little bit of nightmares.
Wait, no, Darkness Falls, wasn't that the...
Yeah, movie fucked me up as a kid.
There was a TV series back in the 70s called The Darkness
Falls.
Falls.
Was there?
Movie. Yeah. There was a movie as well.
They did a movie and it was Johnny Depp. A movie. It was a series in the 70s, and then they did a movie with Johnny Depp, and then anyway,
I might be thinking of another movie,
maybe,
where it was like a serial killer tooth fairy.
I don't remember that.
It was like a,
and they ended like in a lighthouse or something.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. Whoa, what just happened?
Yeah, it was like a demon tooth fairy, bro. Shit was scary.
Let's see. So yeah, Dark World had a 66%. Incredible Hulk, this was the Ed Norton one, 67%. I'm surprised that's so low.
Yeah, I thought it'd be in like at least the 80s.
Yeah. Doctor Strange,
like high 70s.
Right. Multiverse of Madness, 74. Iron Man 2, 71. Why did you put that before the other? That makes no fucking sense.
Dare you?
Oh, because it's got a green ring around it. One of them. Okay. Avengers Age of Ultron, 76%.
Okay.
The first Thor, 77%. Iron Man 3, 79. Black Widow, 79. That should have been at the bottom.
Ain't no way.
That should have been at the bottom. Black Widow's deeper themes are drowned out by all the action, but it remains a solid, entertaining standalone adventure that rounded out a stellar supporting cast. The supporting cast was the only good part.
This is why I don't trust movie reviews, bro.
Right. Captain Marvel, 79%. Again, this one, Captain America, 80%. That should be near the top.
Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy 3, 82%. No.
What?
Scored
Ant-Man,
these?
I don't know. Maybe we shouldn't go off this list.
Yeah, no, that's a terrible list.
Yeah, Ant-Man, the first one, 83. Wakanda Forever, 84. Guardians 2, 85. Infinity, 85. Ant-Man Wasp, 87. Doctor Strange, the first one, 89. Winter Soldier, 90. Civil War, 90. Far From Home, 90. Shang-Chi, 91. The first Avengers was 91. The first Guardians was 92. Homecoming, 92. No Way Home, 93. Ragnarok, 93. First Iron Man, 94. Endgame, 94. And then Black Panther, 96.
Oh.
I don't know about it.
That is a trash ass list.
I
No Way
agree.
Home does not deserve to be that high up on the list. All that movie was a fan.
It was just hyped up fan regard.
Pandering fucking hype train that was not as good as everybody said it was.
No,
Yeah.
facts though.
Now,
It was good, but it was nowhere near the top.
No.
I would give that movie a solid like 80, 87.
Now, Mo, of the like trilogies that we've had, what is your favorite trilogy? Like we've had Thor, which Thor has had obviously more than that, but the main three, Thor, Guardians, Spider-Man, and obviously there's what, 3 different sets of Spider-Man
Like
now?
Ant-Man,
Probably
Ant-Man,
Captain
and
America,
Captain America.
Iron Man.
Yeah. What's your favorite?
Guardians and Ant-Man are pretty close for me.
Okay. That's what I said, right?
Yep.
Guardians is my favorite trilogy,
Yeah.
and I'm pretty
I
sure
think you
I
said
said
Ant-Man secondly. Yeah.
Ant-Man,
Iron
then
Man
Captain
might
America.
be my least favorite. It just
Okay.
seems basic. I think it's just because it was early on, so we obviously
Yeah.
are going to get crazy scenes like we do in Winter Soldier or something like that.
Mhm.
So, and also
I
'cause-
can
Yeah.
I can agree with that. I
Yeah.
could definitely tell you that the Iron Man movie, very good movies.
Yeah.
However, the villains they were kind of
Mid.
Right.
yeah they were mid.
And again, Bruns and I have had this discussion because Iron Man is he's my favorite across the board. I've got a lot that are like right in that top 5, but like, Iron Man has always been my favorite character, and even for me, that is not my favorite trilogy. Guardians is there, and then Cap is my second. And then
Yeah, the Captain America trilogy's fire.
Iron Man's my third because again, the villains that were introduced, Obadiah Stane, I thought that was a really cool, as Ironmonger. I thought that was a cool villain, and then
that was the best one.
Yeah, and then you kind of got a little bit of not introduction, but you got to see the first 10 rings, right?
Yeah.
bro, that I'm not gonna lie, it took me 2 times to watch that movie to realize that connection when I watched Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
It wasn't until the second time I was like, wait a second.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah. 10 rings was introduced way back, Iron Man 1.
Way back.
Same.
Obadiah Stane as Ironmonger I thought was awesome. Like that was one of the coolest villains we'd seen at the time. Obviously, obviously it was new. But then you had 2. I loved the portable Iron Man suit where it was like, out of the briefcase. I thought that was awesome.
Yeah, that was
Yes.
sweet.
But they combined Whiplash with Red Dynamo, so you had two huge Iron Man characters, villains.
Oh, Crimson Dynamo.
Yeah, Crimson Dynamo, and they just combined them into one. We're like, there you go. Let's give Crimson
that was
Dynamo
kinda
Whiplash.
weird.
It's like what the,
That was weird. I didn't like that.
But it was also the first time we got to see Tony and Rhodey go toe to toe as Iron Man and War Machine.
That was awesome.
So that was cool. And then 3, again, I think the coolest part of that one was the seeing all the suits at the end or near the end. Because again, they combined villains. We had this Mandarin, and it wasn't Mandarin, it was a actor.
Accent, yo.
It was Trevor.
Trevor
This
Slattery, yo.
Fucking Trevor Slattery. And then
Hi,
we
my
had.
name is Trevor Slattery.
My name is
That's-
Trevor Slattery.
What was his little pet's name from Shang-Chi?
Was it not Willis? What was his name?
I forget.
Crap. I'll have to
He's
look
like, you
it
can
up.
see him too?
He's like, oh shit! I thought I was the only one that could see. Yeah. But and then the Extremis storyline is as far as Iron Man goes, is one of my favorite storylines, and they just absolutely butchered it.
Doug, is that Extremis? That's the same one from the beginning of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., yeah?
Yes.
Oh, that's amazing.
The Extremis storyline is basically it spurs off of Tony trying to make the suit kind of it's similar to how he did how the suit was nanites and it came out of his body versus how it was in the movie where it just is attracted to his body like they did in the movie. So which they kind of turned into, what was it, Infinity War, where the nanites kind of came from his body per se.
I love that.
That is
sick.
actually how Extremis started. You know, Tony was trying to figure out, okay, how do I do this? And then they turned it into a healing ability as well. And then it turns into, oh, we're making people bombs. And then, you know, obviously they just kind of twisted and turned it into, and then he could breathe fire, and it was like, this is stupid.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, but yeah.
So Mo, I've got a controversial question
Uh-oh.
I'm ready.
for you. I'm pretty sure Doug knows what it is, and I asked Tay and Danielle, I believe. How do you feel about these movies, these shows, these whatever? How do you feel about characters being race swapped or gender swapped for no apparent reason other than to do it?
Don't care personally. I think people making a big dramatic scene about it is on both ends. Like people being upset because they're, you know, oh well, this character is actually this and now it's this. Like why? It's just watch the movie.
Right.
Why I don't.
See, I agree.
Unless they haven't done the actual character, like if they were doing Iron Man and it ended up being like some giant Samoan, like obviously we know Tony Stark's not a giant Samoan. Do the character right first.
Right.
Yeah,
So-
and also your remake better be good.
Yeah,
Right,
and
yeah.
I think that's what, you know, the concept of it is, like these characters that we've seen kind of go back and forth. We're like, it the newest, you know, theory or rumor that we've heard is that Mila Kunis is supposed to play a female thing, and we're just like, no.
Why?
Like how many Fantastic Four remakes are we gonna do?
Apparently until they get it right. Like this isn't a 3 and done. They're just like 10.
That's whatever that second one was with what's his face.
Oh God, Miles Teller. That
So
movie was
bad.
terrible.
So
But
bad.
I liked Miles as Reed Richards. I really did. The movie was trash.
This is younger versions of them, right?
Correct. This is
Yeah.
them like straight out of college, straight out of high
They were
school.
bad.
But-
It was bad.
But technically, that's so. Which is the correct one? How did they actually get their powers? Out of high school, or when the original one with
Older,
Jessica Alba?
when they were older.
Yeah.
It throws me off that Jessica Alba was a superhero.
Right,
At some
yeah.
point.
But
I can't,
Michael
I'm sorry.
Chiklis as the Thing was amazing.
It was perfect.
That was
Oh
amazing.
man.
That is the Ben Grimm. Like when I try to compare, like who would I pick as Ben Grimm? It's Michael Chiklis. I go back. I'm like, just rehire him as the
Yeah,
Thing, and I'm
right?
perfectly content with this.
And then you got Chris Evans playing 18 different superheroes across
Bro.
multiple things.
Multiple
and we finally
universes.
nailed it with
Captain
Captain
America.
America.
Who
Yeah.
would have thought?
It only took 19 tries, but
Who
we
would have
got it.
thought?
I love Chris Evans though. Like everything he's ever been in, like he's so good.
Oh, facts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I saw
Especially
this.
not another teen movie.
I saw this
Oh
clip
my
the
God, I
other
love
day,
that
and it was
movie.
not another teen movie. And he's like, he goes in to break up people fighting, and the guy they're beating up accidentally slugs him, and he just wails him and knocks him to the ground, and everyone's like, "This is our Captain America." I'm like, "Fuck yeah, it is."
I love that movie.
Yeah.
Good.
But yeah, no, I agree. Like, you know, there's certain characters we've seen or we know where it's like, why would you change it? And then other times it's
Right.
like, if they play that character good, fine. Just like, you know, you had Johnny, or what's his name?
I thought you were about to say Johnny Sins, bro. I was gonna say
Say Johnny
I don't-
Tsunami. I was
I don't
I
recall
almost said
seeing
Johnny
Johnny
Tsunami.
Sins in a Marvel film.
Not the right Marvel film.
Yeah.
We had Michael B. Jordan as, you know, Johnny Storm. And again, it worked. Terrible movie, but he, you know, he did a good job because he's a good actor.
Well,
But-
see, okay, so here's my take, and you know my take, Doug. My take is I am totally cool with seeing like a black Captain America or like an
Oh,
Asian
yeah, because we've
Captain America, whatever. I'm cool with seeing that shit. But make an original character.
yes.
You know, don't
Yeah.
give me a black Bruce Wayne. Give me
Yeah.
give me a black Batman who is a different character.
Yeah.
Give me an Asian Batman who is a different character. Give me a female Batman if you want to.
yeah.
But
I mean,
that's
Bat-
why
What's
we've
about
got-
saying?
That's why we've got Batwomen.
Yeah.
You know, but like, give me an original character, like
Yeah.
how they did with Miles Morales. Everybody was like, "Oh,
Ugh.
And
why the fuck are we gonna make Peter Parker
to
black? Make a
this
new character." And they
day
said,
is
"Bam,
one of
Miles
the
Morales."
best Spider-Man stories ever put
Oh, facts.
into comic, game, movie, show, anything. I
love
stand
Miles
behind
Morales, bro.
Yeah.
I love Miles
Miles.
Morales.
Day.
He's a
You know,
great character.
You know who I'd love to see, and I don't know if it'll ever happen. Maybe with the introduction with Shang-Chi, we may see it, but I'd love to see Amadeus Cho, who is he's a Asian Hulk with a mohawk,
Yes.
and I fucking love it.
Yes, that would be sweet.
I think it'd be cool.
That'd be cool as
I
hell.
know nothing
Can
about
we-
the storyline, but I think it'd be amazing to see a new, you know, version of
That'd be
Hulk.
sick. Can we talk about that abomination that was the Hulk's son in the end of She-Hulk, Doug?
Oh, is bad?
Scar, yeah.
Dude, he looked like a Samoan that got
It
his
looked
hair
like
cut
I
the wrong
animated
way.
it, and that's saying something because I can't animate for shit. Like,
Dude, it looked so bad. Like,
it was terrible.
it looked like
And the fact that it was just, here you go.
God,
This
it
is
was
my son.
horrible.
This
Yeah.
is my son. I brought him from this planet.
And he
Here
was
he
like
is.
grown up too. Like,
Yeah.
how many years went by before this shit went down?
Hulk
Like,
looking different. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
But really, how long?
Yeah.
was
it
like
was
the
such a
Hulk humping
weird.
and dumping while he was in space.
Humping
then,
and dumping.
Right, and
I
that's
am
the
and
thing,
then
like,
he
dead.
just appears again.
Yeah, like, and it's never explained.
Never. This is my son, Scar.
Right. Well, you know,
What?
so they sent Bruce off in, let's see, that was obviously before Ragnarok.
Ultron.
So they sent him
Ultron.
off in Ultron, right? So between Ultron and She-Hulk, right? He went to a planet and he had a kid, and then now he's introducing. So how many years? I mean, I'd have to sit and figure out, you know, the actual
That's
timeline.
a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. The actual timeline, it's weird.
And then for
But
them to
there
just
was a
go,
lot going on.
for them to just go, this is my son, into show.
Yeah.
What
My son.
This is
This
my
is
son.
my son.
This is my son. He is not right, and you can tell by his face.
Like that. That's why I didn't like She-Hulk. She-Hulk was just, I don't think it was that good.
So the funny thing about She-Hulk is, though, that was the most comic accurate
Yeah.
Oh, really?
out of everything. Out of everything,
The
yes, that was the
show
most comic
itself-
accurate.
It's the same concept as what I said with Iron Man. I liked some of the villains. The movies, to me, yes, they were good, but I liked more of a character in She-Hulk. I liked She-Hulk because it was,
right.
you know, accurate. I did not like the show. You know, that's like liking a character in a show, but the show is shit. You know, the character can't save the show. That's how I feel
Maybe
about
it's just
She-Hulk.
because I have a thing for hot green ladies. I don't know what it is, man.
Yeah,
Like
I don't know.
Gamora,
I
She-Hulk.
love Gamora, but I just love Zoe Saldana,
I do.
honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think she did a really good job.
That
throughout
was
the
the thing
years.
with She-Hulk. I loved Tatiana Maslany, the chick that played her.
Yep.
She was that like dorky kind of hot, like that like show me your Funko Pops kind of hot. Like
The Funko
That, like,
Pops.
let's
Not
play
the
some
Funko
video
Pops.
games and like show me your Funko Pop collection kind of hot. Like the nerdy type of hot, but then she turned into this like super muscular, sexy green lady, and I was like, I never knew that I liked muscular women, but I'd let her hit it,
He
kind
was
of
like,
deal,
I'll let her carry
I
me
am
home.
dead.
bro. And then like we saw Junker Queen in Overwatch, and I was like, damn, she's got an Australian accent and pecs. Like, I'd let her smash too. I don't know what it is, bro. I don't know what
Hey,
happened,
to each his own.
but you know, they're
Not mad
both
about it.
attractive. Look, man, I was built different.
Yo, Double, what's
All
up,
right?
brother?
Leave me alone.
Lord.
I don't even know. I don't even know where to go after this.
I was just gonna ask Mo, like, how, you know, obviously, you know, we've all streamed together, we've all played together, but like, how did you get into like comics and games? Like, what was your kind of
That's a
your
good question.
introduction to, you know, the nerdisms that we are, you know?
I don't really have. I had one friend that was kind of nerdy with all this stuff, and he's the one that was like, don't watch any trailers. Iris is dying listening. Didn't watch any trailers, so it wasn't until after the first Iron Man that I start learning more and more about like all the Marvel things, how they have end credits, and how it's all gonna end up being tied together. And
Right.
really, that was it. It was just my one friend Tyler. I never really got into comics. I tried. I walked into a few comic book stores, and I was like, I don't know what I don't know what to look for.
She's
So I
like,
would
I
just
have
leave.
no idea where to start.
I
Nope.
don't know which one to pick. Yeah.
I
yeah.
do know that I like Marvel better than DC.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite Batman?
My
Oh.
favorite Keaton. Keaton.
I like it. Who's your second favorite Batman?
Clooney.
See, and the wife said the same thing, but and I
I
think
don't
that's
even
a
know how to
generation
respond.
thing.
And then I would say what's his face? Old vampire dude.
Yeah,
Vampire,
it.
dude.
I like it. So she likes Michael Keaton, she likes
Robert
bat
Pattinson.
nipples, and she likes Robert Pattinson.
She like she likes bat nips. All right. The introduction of that is just so ridiculous to me. Like the fact
Hey
that
man,
why did we put bat nipples on
I don't
the
know
suit?
who thought bat nipples was a
Who-
good idea.
who
to
I
put
looked
on
at
a
the
bat
suit?
but
Who looked at the suit that day and was like, you know what would make this better if we
This
could
is
see
not
their
anatomically
nipples?
correct.
Yeah,
yeah,
this
like,
is-
I think we're missing
This
something.
is not anatomically correct.
They did it for you, Doug. They know you wanted to see the areolas.
Nipples.
It's boreal areolas,
Like-
man.
like,
Jesus.
like that's what I want to know is like who was the person that just stared at that suit and was like, we're missing
We're
something
missing
here,
nips.
guys.
We're missing nips.
We're missing nips for
Nipples.
sure.
Like,
You know what? I guarantee it was like dad at home illustrating Batman suit, right? Son walks in. Where's their nipples? Huh. You know, that's all it was.
for real, bro. Like
That's exactly what
little
happened.
Timmy was like, Daddy, why doesn't he have nipples?
Why
you
does
know what,
why does the
son?
suit not have
You're
nipples?
right.
You know what?
Not little
You
Timmy.
got this.
Put
And the
these
fa-
little
the
these
the
little
suit up.
Free-
chorizo
Hashtag free the nipples.
pepperonis
Yes,
on
hashtag
there.
Hashtag free the nips. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
it's the like montage of them putting the suit on, right? Where they're like and they're
Oh, yeah, and it,
buckled,
like,
and it's like
zooms in
zooms in
on
on
the
the nips
nipple.
and then it zooms in on the butt cheeks. I'm like, was
Yeah,
this
it's
necessary?
like why,
The
bro?
cheeks are
Like-
necessary, absolutely.
All right. Well,
But like the crazy thing was like Batgirl's suit didn't have bat nipples. It was only Robin and Batman.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know there'd be an uproar if there was female
Oh.
nipples on a suit.
Oh, you're absolutely
I mean,
right, dude.
just can you imagine? Because that was, let's see, Clooney was 01.
Batgirl just walking around with them fucking glass cutters on her suit. Yeah, no. they-
Glass cutters, bro. It wasn't her
It'd be-
nails that
it'd
she
be
was
like-
scratching people with.
It'd be like the fembots from Austin Powers.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yo.
So
Oh,
good. Terrible. Just terrible.
Anytime I see like the George Clooney Batman, I forget what movie it was, but I will never forget when Will Ferrell said, "I'm harder than a diamond in an ice storm."
Mm-hmm.
And anytime I see
Ferrell,
the
bless
bat
him.
nipple suit, like that is what I think of.
Yeah.
It's that movie was bad all around.
Yeah.
But I mean, I get it.
I
Get
mean,
it,
again,
generational thing.
it was a generational thing, and like it was them trying to introduce new villains. Like, because in that one film, right, we had Mr. Freeze, we had Poison Ivy, and we had Bane. Like that was our first time we'd ever seen Bane on on screen, because I don't think even the Adam West, I don't think we ever saw that Bane.
No.
We saw Joker obviously, but it was, I think that's what it was. Now I won't even say CGI, because most of that stuff was all just computer generated, but I guess so, yeah. But I don't know, that movie's rough to watch.
Did you ever notice how I believe it's the museum scene in that movie in Batman and Robin with Mr. Freeze and all that? Did you ever notice how the ice spikes go like this?
Yeah. Also, oh my God.
Can you do that again,
so
Doug?
funny.
I mean, bros, can you do that again? I don't know why that's funny to me. I don't know why that's funny to me. I don't care what everybody says. That's funny right there.
We were watching.
So
I told Brones, but Mo, we've been watching the Batman movies over again just because they're on, and
Nice.
we watched the Clooney one, and it was the end scene where they're like trying to catch the sun to melt the city and whatnot.
Yes.
The wife goes, "Are they getting the sun from Canada?" I'm like, what? It's like, what do you mean are they getting it from Canada? And she's like, well, that looks like where the satellites are. I was like, this is Gotham and the satellites are in space. What do you mean?
Oh my gosh.
And so every time like the sun reflected off of something, she was like, is that Canada? Like,
Yes.
oh my God. Yes,
That's
it is
awesome.
Canada.
She needs some help for sure.
That's
Oh my
amazing.
God. But yeah, it was so good. But yeah.
Oh, Robert Pattinson, that was a cinematic masterpiece.
I'm glad I went back and rewatched it, because like I said, I think I tried to watch it when we were packing and moving and stuff. So
Yes.
it didn't have my 100% attention. So
what do you think after watching it fully?
oh, I loved it. I thought it was a very good, very well done.
Incredible, dude.
There wasn't a lot of like questions, you know what I mean? Like it was
Right.
like, we got to see Penguin, we got to see Catwoman, we got to see Riddler, and then we kind of got a glimpse of this universe's Joker, which
Yes.
which I did read that he is supposed to return for the second one.
That.
But
But
yeah,
the main villain's going to be Clayface in the second one.
Clayface, right?
That's what I'm excited for. And Doug, you and I have complained about this quite a lot.
I'm tired
We-
of seeing the same people.
Well, not only that, I'm tired of seeing the same fucking villains.
Yeah.
I
Like,
want to
I get
see
it. Joker,
new villains.
I understand. Joker is Batman's biggest foe. I understand that. I get
He
it.
sells movie tickets.
He sells movie tickets.
But give it a rest.
Do you realize how many Batman villains? I'm talking Hush, Calendar Man. I mean, there's so many that you could put into a single movie, and he doesn't even have
Yeah.
to interact with them. It could be a background story or something going on.
Exactly.
It's just, I mean, there's so
Exactly.
many.
Seeing Riddler as a Zodiac killer type of character in this Batman film
Yeah.
was absolutely incredible.
I thought it was good.
It gave me the Arkham video game, the Arkham video game series vibes, where the Riddler was like sadistic and psychopathic, as opposed
Yeah.
to like that goofy iteration that we got in the Val Kilmer film and in the animated series.
Yeah.
You know, how
Although
he
I
was
did
like,
love Jim
"Riddle
Carrey
me
as
this,
Riddler.
God, Val
man.
Kilmer was in that.
Yeah, yeah.
What a time to be alive.
yo, man, those
Riddle me
movies,
this,
were
riddle me
great
that.
growing up. Now you watch them now, it's like,
This was
Okay.
a choice.
like, don't get me wrong.
This
I liked
choice.
Jim Carrey. I liked him as the goofy Riddler. I really did.
I did enjoy like rewatching that movie. Yes, it's holy
Yeah.
sheet metal Batman.
Yeah.
Jeez, Chris O'Connell is. That's a whole thing. But yeah, the interaction between Jim Carrey as Riddler, and then Two-Face. What the fuck? I can't
Tommy
think of
Lee
his-
Jones.
Tommy Lee Jones. The interaction between those two throughout that entire movie, I thought was phenomenal. Like, and Harvey, teach me how to punch. Well, see, you reach back, assert yourself, and then he punches him and knocks the guy out. And the Ritter's like, okay, ow, and he broke his hand
he's
or
like,
something.
ow.
And then the one thing that I kind of caught rewatching it, and you don't notice this as a kid, but when Harvey speaks, he speaks about us. We.
Yeah. Yeah.
He has a true split personality complex.
I thought that was cool.
Interesting.
Yeah, and you don't catch that as a kid. You don't understand that. So
Right.
rewatching it now, like he says it throughout the entire movie. Never once does it slip. So not only is that good writing, it's good acting because he
Oh,
never
yeah.
once let it slip that I want to do this or I will be here or I this. It was never a singular. It was always we, us. And you're thinking,
Yeah.
as a kid, you're probably like, oh, he's talking about him and the two chicks because he always had the two chicks around him, or him and Riddler
Oh
or
yeah,
something
they
like
were
that.
hot.
Well, it was, what was it? Drew Barrymore and I forget the other chick's name.
Drew Barrymore.
Yeah, but I thought that was such a good little just fine minute detail.
Doug, you know what always bothered me about that movie? And it is such a stupid
Oh no.
little thing.
Oh no.
You remember the scene when they're at the Grayson circus?
Yes.
The Flying Graysons?
Yeah.
And,
I think I know exactly where you're going with this.
bro, Val Kilmer at the top of his lungs while everybody is
Harvey,
running away.
I'm Batman.
There's people passing him. He's like, Harvey, I'm Batman.
The
And I was
reporter
like,
is sitting
there's three
next to
people
him.
running past you, bro.
I'm sorry.
You just gave up your identity to multiple people around you because you screamed that you're Batman. I was like,
don't care.
what
He
in
wanted
the
him to know.
fuck?
I don't
He wanted
care
him to know.
what's going on. I don't care what's
I'm
going on.
Batman!
I'm running down an aisle trying to get away from a gunner, and someone yells, "I'm Batman." I'm stopping. I'm like, I'm sorry. You said what?
I
Sir?
would be like, I'm sorry,
You
dude.
think-
What'd you just say?
I'm
prove
sorry.
it.
Could you repeat that so I can record it? Because this fool. Yeah.
You're just like,
yeah.
say it
Why
again.
are you telling him? Go and stop
The
him, bro.
wife
What are
said
you
the
doing?
same. Yeah, exactly. The wife said
Yeah,
the same thing. She's like, so you're telling
Bro,
me that,
Like,
so you're telling
say
me
it
that,
again.
that reporter did not hear him say, "I'm Batman." Oh, hold on. Could you repeat
I
that
was
for
like,
me?
yeah, right? Like, dude,
Yeah.
that always bugged the shit out of me. I
Yeah.
was just like, this motherfucker is just tossing out his identity like it's free candy, bro. Like,
The
Man.
whole movie.
what?
The whole movie.
Yeah,
Well,
dude,
I mean,
multiple times.
Keaton did
in
it
the
too.
movie.
Keaton did it too, because remember he rips his mask off in front of Selena, and he's like, "Why are you doing this?" Blah blah. And
Right, but that was somebody that knows his identity in the
I
comic
guess
book.
that's
This
true.
motherfucker was yelling it at people that were eating popcorn, watching a bunch of people in unitards
yeah.
doing cartwheels in the sky. Like,
I
dude's
made
like,
the
"I'm
I made the
Batman!"
comment where like
Like,
his
what?
family tells Dick to take the bomb outside, right? So he's climbing to the top. So he knows nothing of what's going on underneath. And his family gets killed. And he tosses the bomb off and it blows up. And as he's coming back in, we're watching the movie, and before he gets back in, I looked at the wife and was like, "Mom and Dad, I did it." And she was like, "That's terrible." I was like, "Well, he doesn't know what's going on."
can we just talk about how Chris O'Connell's Dick Grayson became like a 32-year-old orphan?
Yeah, I mean,
In a
no sense
unitard?
whatsoever.
in a
In
unitard.
In a
of
That's the
unitard.
all
important part.
things.
That it's in a
Instead
unitard.
of like
The
a mid-teen.
Homie wasn't wearing
Yeah.
he wasn't wearing soccer uniform or normal casual clothes. The dude became an orphan in a fucking leotard, bro.
Yeah,
Living the
like,
thug life.
yeah.
If I ever become an orphan, I better be wearing
You
something
better wear a
dope to
unitard.
make myself feel better.
No.
Like-
you gotta, if you become an orphan, you best show up in a unitard. I don't care.
Look, man, I don't want to be I don't want to have to tell people yeah, I became an orphan while I was buffing a car in my car dealership uniform. I don't want to be
My
like, yeah,
uniform is a
I became an
unitard."
orphan when I was wearing my assless chap boxers on my couch because I don't want to buy new boxers. It's like I want to be let me be asleep. Let me be asleep when I become an orphan. Let me be in the shower while I become an orphan. I don't want it to be weird.
Yeah.
I don't want to be in a leotard becoming a fucking orphan, bro. Fuck that shit.
So two
Just
things
saying.
I wanted to. So Mo, you saw the first animated Spider-Man, right? Into the Spider-Verse, or was it Across the Spider-Verse?
I thought it was Into.
Into? I can't remember what the
It was into.
Okay, you saw that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I read an article where both Haley Steinfeld and Malik both want to play said characters in a live-action version.
I'd be down for that.
Right? Same.
Isn't Shamik more like 40?
I think he's in his 30s.
We're not going to talk about it.
But I mean,
Bro.
still, he even said that like he wants to lose weight and like get to a point to where like he could play a younger Miles.
Are we putting him to sleep for a couple of years on
mean,
ice
Yeah,
to
on
like
ice.
preserve
Exactly,
him?
100%.
Put him on ice.
Like, I love him as Miles Morales, but as like a live action Miles Morales, I mean,
Yeah.
bro
I don't
is like old enough to be Tom Holland's father.
I mean, it's like Haley's
No
in
facts,
her-
though.
Yeah,
Haley's pretty old. She's getting there. Well, she's about
That's-
to
I think she's what, late 20s, early 30s.
late 20s, early 30s for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it'd be cool.
I want to say that she's like my age, isn't she?
I think you're
can't
right.
Remember. Also, Secret Invasion, June 21st.
I can't wait. Oh,
Mhm.
she's younger than me.
Oh, really?
She's 26.
The more you know.
Well, she can't play Gwen Stacy in live action because she's Kate Bishop.
This is true.
Well, it depends on how they, proceed with storylines.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if they plan to do the Young Avengers, yes, she would be Kate Bishop. So
I don't think they would change it. I mean, yeah, the whole Terrence Howard thing, that was a change, but that's because he was a dickhead.
Yeah.
It wasn't because, like, he just said, I'm not making the movie. It was because he was an asshole and thought that he felt like he deserved to be paid the same as Robert Downey Jr.
LOL.
Like, come on, man. You're not that guy, pal.
You're not that guy.
and not that guy, my guy. But yeah. Yeah. Other than
But
that,
yeah, I don't know, man. I do want to see Across the Spider-Verse. I still have yet to see that.
same.
I've heard nothing but very good things.
Oh, it's
about
out
it, though.
already?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
been
in
out for like
theaters.
a week now.
Ooh. That makes sense.
Yeah, last Friday, I want to say.
Yeah, I believe so. What, this past Friday that just happened? No, I think it
No,
came
no, no,
out
no.
the
Previous
June
Friday.
2nd. It came out June 2nd.
Yeah, so previous Friday. That's what,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
dude.
Mo is really going to town on those brake pads, bro.
So confused on everything that I took off.
and you're
There's-
probably missing 1%, and it's gonna be a bolt that's rusted.
No, it's I have all the parts fixed. The problem is the car is not put together.
Oh,
I don't
The
know what I did.
suspension feels loose.
Yep.
You got to align it.
dude, this. I don't think you can. I don't think it makes you go down in the depth.
Nah.
If
Oh.
the suspension's loose, that means you've got some sway bar links that are bad.
There's a sway bar that I'm missing. I do know that much.
Is that a Lotus?
So, Mo, do you have any questions pertaining to
Marvel, DC, across the anything?
Marvel, DC, anything?
Who was your favorite Marvel villain?
My favorite Marvel villain's Taskmaster, but I don't want to talk about it because of that shit show that they made in Black Widow.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I love Taskmaster. That's my character. My favorite Marvel villain.
Oof.
He's just badass. If he's done right.
I
Hint,
think
hint,
I think what I
nudge,
said the
nudge.
last time, like my favorite Marvel villain is Juggernaut.
Yeah. Yeah, your favorite is Juggernaut. I mean, I'm torn between Mystique because for whatever reason, sexy blue ladies, sexy
Just-
green
it's
ladies,
a
I like
lady
them all.
in a different color is your
It's a
thing.
lady that is not white. I like her. And then Taskmaster.
Oh shit. Yeah. I don't know. Juggernaut's always been one of my favorites.
Juggernaut's badass.
Yeah.
What about you, Mo?
Was
Who's your
there two?
favorite?
There was two different Juggernauts, right? I'm thinking of the one that's in Deadpool and the one that was in X-Men.
It's
Well,
technically
they're the same
one.
iteration.
Yeah. They're
Same,
Oh, okay.
Same character,
Now,
different
the
actors.
original Juggernaut had a son who became J2.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there is technically two Juggernauts, but they're related. But yeah, it's
Okay.
supposed to be the
But
same
wasn't he a
iteration.
hero though?
J2, yeah, I think he started out like in his dad's footsteps, but he ended up being like going to the
Yeah.
good side.
He
I think he
became
ended
like a
I think he ended up
Anti-hero.
working. Yeah, he ended up working with X-Men a couple times, but he's not as big.
yeah.
Oh. Who's your favorite X-Men person, hero?
Nightcrawler all day.
Colossus.
It's Colossus. Colossus is the one that changes to whatever, or he's the big metal dude.
Right.
Yeah, the big metal dude.
Yep.
Is he a specific kind of metal or just metal?
He's not even metal.
Yeah, it's actually organic.
Is that the same Colossus that was in what was it the first X-Men as a kid?
Same character, different actors.
For sure, but I'm saying it's like it was a younger version of him. Does
Yeah.
that make sense?
He was
Yeah.
a teen, I want to say, in the first
Can-
movie. Like he was in.
Can
Yeah, he
Colossus
was
not
young.
change back?
No, he can.
Yeah.
Oh.
So the Deadpool version is the only time we've seen Colossus in his metal form the entire time.
Yeah, in his comic accurate metal form.
Correct. Not like sheathing is what you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, we've seen Colossus, I think, across all of the X-Men. Like the
I don't think
originals.
all of them. I think there was one of the original three that he was not
That
in.
he was not in. Yeah.
I can't remember which, but yeah, Colossus is a cool character. I
Yeah.
like Colossus.
I don't
He's
know why I have
badass.
like the characters that I like are either like metal or big. Like Juggernaut, Iron Man, Colossus, like they're all I don't know
So,
why.
I mean, I can agree with that because a lot of people question my love for Nightcrawler
Mhm.
based purely off of one thing, and I think I've told you this. I might have
Mhm.
even told Mo this. So both of you know that.
I just like tanks. I do like tanks.
Yeah, you do. So Mo, you
Oil
know
in this
that-
car. Sorry.
You know that I don't have like
Put oil in
a religious affiliation.
For sure.
And Nightcrawler, one of the biggest parts of who Nightcrawler is the fact that he is Catholic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like everybody's like, really?
Yeah.
You like him and you're not religious? I'm like, dude, I don't know what to tell you. I just think he's badass. Like, he could teleport, he's a mixed martial artist, and he stabs people with his tail. I'm a simple guy.
Yeah.
I'm a simple guy.
And his parents are
Okay.
Azazel and
Mystique.
Mystique. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
The more you know.
Yeah.
Because he's blue and
Although
he can
they-
teleport.
They did him dirty as
Yeah.
hell in the X-Men,
Was
the
it?
Young X-Men.
First Class, I think is what it was called.
Yeah, I believe it was First Class. It might have been the second Young X-Men.
The wife said again, he's not white.
Okay, Nightcrawler being blue is not an attraction to me because I am straight. But his mom's hot.
Someone come out with a purple people eater and Brones is done.
Look, man, I'm just saying, bro.
shit.
It's not my fault, Altita. But no, I
they did
think
him dirty in
Nightcrawler's
that movie.
badass, but they did him dirty as hell
fact
in
that,
the
you know,
X-Men films.
Nightcrawler and Azazel are like in scenes together.
Yeah.
And it's never like even joked or like questioned or anything. And I'm like,
Right.
are we just going to skip over the fact that that's his dad?
And
know-
not to mention, we have a young Mystique save a
Mhm.
young Nightcrawler from that weird
Yeah.
Fight Club type thing.
Yeah,
Like,
and they're like the same
how
age.
are you saving your son
Yeah.
when you're his mother and like you this? What?
I did like the fact that like when Quicksilver meets Magneto for the first time and he's like, you know, my mom messed around with a guy, blah blah, blah. And he's like, really? You know, they kind of tease it there, right? And something I noticed too. So, you know, one of the qualms with that movie as well was that, you know, you had Quicksilver, who was again late teens, early 20s, I'd say, and his twin supposedly, right, was his sister.
Right.
And she was sitting in the living room and she was significantly younger. But if you listen to that scene, she says something about his twin upstairs. They're not talking about the daughter sitting in the living room. You don't see Wanda. Yep.
Huh. I didn't catch that.
Yep.
Interesting.
I did not catch that.
Yeah.
The more
That's
you know.
wild. The one X-Men movie I will never, ever, ever forgive. is Origins, bro. That movie
That one's rough.
was god awful. I'll tell you how bad it was. So,
Have you
if
seen
you
that
don't
one, Mo?
know, I think everybody has seen X-Men Origins Wolverine, and we all want to forget that we saw it. But we talk about things like this on our podcast. So, a lot of you know, this is my favorite Marvel character, my favorite Marvel superhero. And the bullshit that they did to him in X-Men Origins Wolverine, I honestly feel like I had PTSD.
Oh, poor-
Because I had to convince myself that that was how Deadpool was originally created. I had to
Bro.
convince myself that he became the Deadpool. I had to convince myself that he pulled katanas out of his wrists.
Yeah.
And put them on sword handles just to make myself feel better.
And the reason he had the diamond from his mask was because he used Cyclops's laser vision.
Oh yeah, his fucking eyeballs. Oh my god, dude, that movie.
Terrible.
I had to convince myself and all of my friends at school.
all of my friends at school.
I had to tell my friends that it wasn't real.
That was the origin of Deadpool for
Oh,
years.
that's so
bro.
unfortunate. I'm
Yeah.
sorry that you had to deal with that.
Dude, that was heartbreaking. I was so upset, and Ryan Reynolds was mad as fuck about that.
I'm glad he was able
He got
to
a second chance at it.
wrap that
Yeah.
up.
Yeah,
Me
for
too.
sure.
I am so glad that he was able to fix that because, oh my god, if that was the Deadpool that we have to go through life,
I wouldn't have
knowing-
survived. It wouldn't survive. We wouldn't
Oh
even have
my
a second movie.
God, No.
We would have never had a second movie.
Dude.
We would never
If-
have the
oh
option
my
of a
gosh.
Deadpool Wolverine movie. That would not be the case. That
Dude,
movie would
at
have
all.
tanked.
Oh,
Like if they
man.
tried to like extend that out, right? So say they took that Wade Wilson, character and made a movie out of it. No. It would have oh my god.
Well,
Terrible.
Ryan Reynolds is another one that we had to have a couple shots with different characters before he got one right.
Yep.
I mean, we had Hannibal King in Blade 3.
Mhm.
We had
Which he did good.
Loved him in
I
that,
thought he was phenomenal in
Yeah.
Blade 3. I love the Blade trilogy. I think
Oh,
it's
yeah.
so damn good.
too.
Yeah.
And fun fact, Mo, the Blade trilogy is actually what saved Marvel from going bankrupt.
Mhm.
Wow.
Fun little fact.
Shout out Wesley Snipes.
Factoid.
Now,
yeah.
obviously, that was not like the whole reason
Right.
why they got saved from bankruptcy and why the MCU became a thing. But Blade is a huge factor into the success of Marvel today.
What's up?
But Ryan Reynolds was in that. Blade 3 is Hannibal King, and then we got
Yep.
him in X-Men Origins Wolverine,
Mhm.
and then we got him in Green Lantern, which I was really shipping for that to be a
Oh,
good movie.
you and
I
me
was
both.
Man.
I was so fucking excited for that movie, and then when I saw that the suit was CGI
Did you cry?
and
And it looked like
just
muscle. Like it
Yeah.
didn't look like a suit. It was kind of the concept of like, with the
It was
suit
like a
we had
nano
Colossus.
suit.
Yeah.
Oh man,
horrible.
I was heartbroken
Just
because I was
Horrible.
really excited for a Green Lantern film. I really was.
Yeah.
Are they ever going to
And,
remake?
I don't think it's ever been said.
so-
We're supposed to get a animated.
Well,
Eh.
no, there was plans for a live action Green Lanterns TV show.
Right.
that was going to have Hal Jordan. It was going to have Guy Gardner. It was going to have Alan Scott. It was going to have Kyle Rayner.
Rainer.
It was going to have all of them. And it was going to be like, they said something about it being like a buddy cop, like detective type film, which I would have been totally down for because the Green Lantern Corps is space cops.
Right. I also
So-
find it weird that you are going to have all of them, because the reason like certain ones came into effect is because the other ones were dead. You know?
Yeah.
So that's a bit odd.
Well, I think it was going to be throughout the seasons.
Okay.
I don't think it was going to be all of them at once. But now that James Gunn and Peter Safran took over as the CEOs or presidents or whatever of the DCU, now no longer the DCEU,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's been any word on the fact of the Green Lanterns TV
Yeah.
show on whether it's still in development or if it was canned. I hope not. I mean, James Gunn did mention that he wants to introduce the Green Lanterns at some point on his mission of redeeming the entirety of DCU.
Nice.
So I'm excited for that. I love James Gunn. I fully trust. I mean, Doug and I have both had this conversation, Mo. We fully trust James Gunn with what he's going to do with the DCU. But that's a good question to ask her as well about the whole same actor across the board. James Gunn wants to do this like impossible feat, and by impossible feat I mean it's never been done before because it's probably way too expensive.
I don't see it.
I can't see it happening, especially if he's getting big names. But let's ask Mo what she thinks. So James Gunn wants to. So if you get cast as a character in his new DCU, he wants them to play the character across all iterations: video games, animation, live action, audio books, audio whatever, web series, and he wants their likeness to be used in comic books.
Yep.
It's a bit much.
I feel like it's because a lot of the people that he wants, obviously James Gunn is a very expensive man when it comes to casting characters. I mean, he got fucking Vin Diesel to say 3 words in a trilogy. Like, so, I mean, and John Cena for Peacemaker. John Cena is like a notoriously expensive actor.
Yeah.
You really? I mean, that makes sense actually.
So he wants the best actors for the job, much like anybody when it comes to projects.
Yeah.
So there was a rumor, just a rumor. It hasn't been confirmed. It hasn't been denied that James Gunn has spoken to Bradley Cooper about playing the DCU
Superman
version of Batman, not Superman, Batman. I mean, I'm with it. I think it's cool. I think Bradley Cooper would do a good job as Batman and Bruce Wayne. However,
The chin for it.
how expensive is that going to be if we get Bradley Cooper voicing the character in video games, voicing the character in animation, taking his likeness for comic books?
Super duper expensive.
Yeah.
Dude, the man wanted $15 million just to come back to The Hangover because he didn't even want to do the 3rd Hangover film.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Like, he wanted $15 million just for that role. And he got it, obviously, but how expensive is it going to be bringing Bradley Cooper in for all forms of media as Batman? Like, think about that. Your budget would have to skyrocket just to be able to afford him.
It would have to.
So I don't think it's, I don't
think it's
personally,
plausible.
yeah, I don't think it's possible. It's a great idea, but I don't think it's possible financially. Unless James Gunn starts putting his own money into it.
LOL.
Like, so you would agree with that? You don't think it's like a
No.
financially possible situation?
No. Unless you knew you had a big budget. Like that's a lot to pre-plan for, and
Right.
especially especially because I mean, to me, if I start playing a character and all of a sudden I had to take off, like what does my contract look like? Am I going to start making more money because it took off, or am I stuck to what we signed off at the beginning? Like
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
And that's what I brought up as well.
If it's successful, I'm gonna want more money towards towards the middle of that contract. I'm gonna want more money. You know, if I'm successfully playing a character, I should get paid more, right?
Oh, facts.
Well, yeah,
I feel
each
like that's
project
just
you
like a normal
do,
thing.
regardless of its, you know, you're gonna get more. The way it works is you make more money every time you do it. So
Yeah.
the next project after that, and after that, it's gonna get expensive.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Now, Doug, I want to know what Mo's fan casting would be for the Fantastic Four. I want to know what your fan casting would be for them. She's thinking.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Fantastic Four.
Yeah, what my fan casting would be?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
who
like
would
who
you like
you would
to
like to
see
see
as
in
each
the role.
character?
Oh,
She said, "Ugh."
She's like, why do you have to make me think?
I'm not a
Gosh.
I wasn't a big fan of Fantastic Four. But
What about this? Me and Doug give you our fan casting and then you build off of that.
okay,
Okay?
I like that.
So, for Mr. Fantastic, I personally believe, and I believe Doug has the same answer. I personally believe that Penn Badgley would be perfect in the role of Mr. Fantastic. He's built like him. He looks like him. Give him the haircut. Give him the little silver streak on the side of his head. I feel like he would be a perfect Mr. Fantastic.
Doug, rebuttal.
No, that's who I had. I think I picked Penn and.
Oh, I really like John Krasinski.
I mean, he was really good too, but if they don't go with John Krasinski, which I don't believe they are, I believe that was just a fan service
Yeah.
type of deal because everybody wanted to see it. I would say Penn Badgley all day.
Penn would
He's
have to
got
get
the
some
look.
muscles for me.
I mean, he would have to get a little bit of muscle, but Mr. Fantastic is notoriously skinny.
True.
He is a very
is true.
skinny guy. He's lean. Mr. Fantastic is lean and he's got like some definition to him, but he's not built like Captain America.
No.
You know.
Yeah.
As far as Invisible Woman, I said two to you yesterday or the other day, Doug. I said Samara Weaving or Sydney Sweeney. I think
Who's
they
up?
could. What?
I look these up. Keep talking. So you
Okay.
said Samara Sweeney,
Samara Weaving
Weaving. Okay.
and Sydney Sweeney. I think they would both be very good choices.
I'm gonna say no to Samara only because she looks too much like Margot Robbie. And what was the other one?
Sydney
I said
Sweeney.
the same thing.
Well, I didn't want to say Margot Robbie because she's in everything. That's why I went with Samara Weaving. But
Once.
Sydney Sweeney would be my like ultimate choice.
I would want to use. Hold on. Let me go to the name. You guys ever watched Mr. Robot?
No.
Okay. The Portia Doubleday.
Portia Doubleday.
Huh?
That name sounds
Portia
familiar.
Doubleday is who I would prefer in that.
I'm not even gonna pretend I know how to spell that.
Doubleday.
Portia Doubleday.
Oh, Portia might be the hard part. That's fair. If you could
Okay.
spell Doubleday.
I could see that.
Yeah.
I said Emily Blunt.
If they got John and Emily,
I think that'd be ridiculous if they did.
I don't like Emily Blunt, man.
oh, I've loved her ever since Devil Wears Prada. Ugh.
I'm not a big fan of hers.
That's the only thing I've really ever seen her in, though. If I'm being honest, I didn't watch that stupid jungle movie with The Rock.
I watched it just.
Oh,
'cause
I
it
loved
was
her.
on.
I loved her in Quiet Place,
That was a very good movie.
but that's really it that I've seen her in.
I've never seen Quiet Place.
It's
Pretty good.
Is it?
I watched it in theaters, and that was very eerie because people were eating popcorn
bet.
quietly. It was nuts. It was nuts.
All right, so Doug, what did you say? Oh yeah, you just said Emily Blunt.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I like the Doubleday person, and I like Sydney Sweeney as my choices. I mean, or Samara
Sydney.
Weaving.
Yeah.
For The Thing,
What was her name?
Alan Ritchson all day. Alan Ritchson all fucking day.
Alan Richardson? Who's that?
He plays Reacher,
Reacher. Yeah, in the new series.
and he also played Raphael in the Ninja Turtles movies.
Well, voiced.
Voiced Raphael. No, he did the motion capture as
Oh,
well.
he did the mocap.
Yeah.
What was his name again?
Alan
Alan
Ritchson.
Ritchson. He also played Hawk in Titans. In DC's Titans.
Yeah.
What is his last name?
Richson.
Richson.
Yeah.
I was like,
S-O-N.
Richardson.
and he's playing. You said Thing.
Thing. Yeah.
So Ben
Dude,
Grimm.
6'5". He's like 240 pounds. He's built like a fucking brick
He's
wall.
already
All you
built
gotta-
like the thing. Just put
Yeah,
some
all
more-
you gotta do is-
If Goldberg was younger,
Oh my
Goldberg
God.
would be.
What?
Oh, that'd be
I'm just kidding.
hilarious.
I like this one. I was just thinking of bald guys, and the only person that came to mind was Goldberg
Oh, I
or
love it.
Stone Cold. Honestly, but Stone Cold has too much of an
What?
attitude
He's
to be the
old.
thing.
He's old too.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I just don't like this guy's face because he looks too much like Tom Brady, and I want to punch him.
Looks too much like Tom Brady, and I want
Fair
to
enough,
punch
but
him.
he's built like the Thing, and
Oh,
he's
yeah,
a
for
great
sure.
actor.
He is.
Also,
He's
shout
amazing.
out for making it out of North Dakota, there, Alan.
Way to go, Alan!
Woohoo! Of course, he's a retired Air Force Chief Master Sergeant.
That's
Oh,
why he
is he
plays.
actually?
That's why he plays Richard or Reacher
Reacher?
so bad or easily.
Dude, that show is phenomenal. If you
Yeah,
have
it's
not
good.
seen Reacher, you need to check out that show.
Yeah, my dad put me on it a long time ago.
Oh, it's so good. So good.
I said Tom Hopper or Alan Richardson.
Who?
I don't know who Tom Hopper is.
Tom Hopper, he was from the Umbrella Academy. He's the guy looks like he's got monkey fur all over him.
There's also ugh.
I mean,
he just looks dumb. Like he looks like his
He's-
IQ is down. I didn't like him in Game of Thrones either.
So he's got the muscle, but he's not like
Wait, he was
He's
in Game
not-
of Thrones?
Yeah.
he's not the size of a refrigerator. You know,
I mean, I understand that. Yeah.
Alan Richson is the size of a refrigerator. You just have to glue rocks to him, and you got the thing.
What the hell was he in
Like-
Game of Thrones, Mo?
He when he didn't want to kneel. was-
Oh yeah, he was the son,
Mhm.
and then he got burnt like a bitch.
Yeah. And who is that guy gonna play? Who is that? Who is that?
Thing, Ben Grimm.
Oh. Yeah, I can't think of other actors that are that big, honestly.
All I can really see is Alan Richson. He's got the personality of the Thing too.
Yeah.
And then for Johnny was the toughest one for me. It's still the toughest one because I don't have an answer. Like,
Johnny, I said Robbie Amell or Garrett Hudlin.
okay, I could see Robbie. I could see Robbie Amell.
Yeah.
As Johnny. Yeah. I kind of dig that. I could see him. He's got the physique. He's got the personality. Again, he's got the personality as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I
really.
could see him.
Either or, really. I'm kind of like a 50-50 toss up between the two. Like, I think Garrett would play a really good Johnny.
Your take on Doctor Doom, I absolutely loved it.
So Garrett who?
Garrett Hedlund.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
the what's his name, dude? What did I see him in recently? And I was like, because he reminds me of my gosh, I'm not gonna remember any sentences right now.
All the words.
From Four Brothers.
Yes. Yep, he's the little brother.
The little brother that gets shot like
And
800 times.
And he was in Friday Night Lights.
I could see him. I could see him as Johnny as well.
Yeah.
But dude, Doug, your Doctor Doom, that was like
Which
a
one?
perfect.
Because I
like,
put two, but there's I think one fits.
you know
better.
which one.
Yeah.
The out of left field one that I would have never thought of, and that was Cillian Murphy
Yeah.
as Doctor Doom.
I would have loved that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be incredible,
I
bro.
think like he is such a presence. Like you had him as
He really
Scarecrow,
is.
right? And then you look at Peaky Blinders, the character
Yeah.
he plays there. And I think him as Victor Von Doom would just
I
my
think it would be
god, it'd be
perfect.
so good. The other
think it would
person I
be
had on there was
perfect.
Sam Calfin. But I think I'd rather have
Cillian Murphy is
Cillian,
the
yeah.
definite better choice. I would 1000% choose him over whoever the fuck you just
Sam.
said second.
yeah.
He was in Hunger Games,
yes.
and
I've never seen that.
You Before Me, like he's been in a lot of stuff.
Snow White and the Huntsman.
Yes.
He was the bowman.
But yeah, I like Cillian. I think
Cillian
he.
Murphy would be perfect.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
I
Ugh.
think
That'd be
out of
perfect.
my whole list, that'd be the one I absolutely would like. I'm about to put it out there, put a tweet out there, like Cillian Murphy as Victor Von Doom because.
Cillian Murphy, make it so.
Yep. I think that'd be cool. But yeah.
So, we are coming up on the 2-hour mark here.
Factoids.
I was thinking maybe we do the educationals and then we do the matchup, the 1v1, and we have a little bit of a debate, and then we end the stream
Call it
and the
a night.
episode. So Mo, I know you said that you like dabble with our podcast occasionally, but I don't know if you've ever like
Am I
seen
Marvel
any
or
of the
DC?
educationals. I don't know. We haven't done the educational in like
Rochambeau from Marvel.
what?
Rochambeau. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Okay, rock,
Paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh my gosh.
What'd you get? I can't even see your hand. Ah, fuck you.
Oh no!
It's okay.
So we do an educational. We give a little bit of information on a character that you may or may not have heard of.
Nice.
May or may- And then, well, since you're the guest, we'll let you choose the page number. And then we do a 1v1 matchup where you will also choose a page number
Yep.
for that. So we'll let her choose the page number for both the educational and the matchup, Doug.
Okay. Yeah, so Mo, the way the educational works, literally we pick a character, introduce you to said character, we'll give you a little bio, their powers, and then for the mashup, again, page, kind of do the same thing, like, you know, intro, what they can do, what they've done in the past, and then we pit the last two together, and then we kind of argue back and forth as to, oh, well, I think this character would beat that one's ass.
Pretty much.
9 times out of 10, and let me tell you, every episode we've had, there's a clear winner.
Except for a few times.
Yeah, we've only had a few that's like, wow, that one's kind of, I like that.
So the Marvel book goes up to page 437 when it comes to characters.
Oh wow.
And-
DC is a lot less.
Yeah. I think yours is like, it's like 360 or something like that.
350 something. Hold on.
Okay.
351.
Okay.
So it's
So
like between
Mo-
page 10 and 351.
Yes. So you, if you
114.
114?
Mhm.
Okay.
I was prepared.
You were
That was
ready.
All right.
Love it.
This one, we all know who this fella is.
Same.
All right. You want to start, Doug?
I have a man by the name of Barry Allen.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm so happy. I love him so much.
Obviously, if you don't know who Barry Allen is, you've been living underneath a rock since 1956.
Wait, I want to sound smart. It's the Flash.
Ooh.
I was gonna say Green Arrow.
Let's see. So Barry Allen, the Flash, his showcase or his debut was a comic called Showcase #4 in September to October of 1956. He lives in Central City. 5'11", 179 pounds, blue eyes, blonde hair. Powers and abilities: super speed, super endurance, and accelerated healing. He can think quickly, mapping out the potential outcomes of a situation and reading books in an instant. Can vibrate his molecular structure fast enough to pass through objects. His allies include Iris West, the Flash, also being, Wally West, and then Kid Flash, which is Wallace West. And then Impulse. Enemies include the Rogues, Grizilla. Gorilla Grodd. Yeah. Gorilla Grodd.
Zilla, for sure.
Yeah. Reverse Flash and Professor Zoom. And of course this is a bifold. So
Okay.
I'm just gonna read a few little tidbits.
Yeah.
If you didn't know, young Barry Allen's life changed forever when his mother was murdered and his father, Henry Allen, was blamed for the crime. But Barry never believed his father was guilty. As an adult, Barry found work as a forensic scientist in the Central City Police Department. One night, Barry was working late in his lab when lightning struck, showering the young investigator and with strange mix of chemicals. He woke in the hospital covered in bandages, but soon found that the accident had given him amazing powers of speed. As Barry tested his powers, burning through hundreds of pairs of sneakers, he ended up accidentally running into a possible future, one ruled by the villainous King Turtle. Barry met his future self, who told him about his life as the Flash.
I wasn't ready for that.
I wasn't either. A name inspired by comic books Barry used to read as a kid. The future Flash helped Barry return to his home via a device called the Cosmic Treadmill, which, if you don't know, that has been introduced in every time we've seen the Flash. It's how he gets faster. It's how he, does things.
Yes, sir.
Let's see. Reeling from his adventure, Barry went to meet his love interest, Iris West, for coffee, but ended up saving her from present day Turtle. Barry soon developed several prototype Flash suits, but only settled on his final costume when King Turtle from the future arrived to the present day, forcing the Flash to defeat him.
Oh my god.
Fun fact: the world's greatest speedster can use the Speed Force to travel through time. Ooh. Which kind of already knew that.
What? This is new information.
What? As the self-proclaimed fastest man alive, Barry Allen believes he can outrun Superman in a running race, even though Superman's ability to fly may give him the edge. The Flash's metahuman ability helps his body to avoid the friction caused by his high speeds and to contain the damage it should ordinarily cause around him. He keeps his costume in a ring.
Now what?
In a ring.
Yeah.
Wait, explain yourself.
So
he's got a ring.
Yeah, he's got a ring
like
that he keeps on him, and when he
like Green Lantern.
Kind of,
yeah.
It's an actual suit though. It's not made from the ring. So the suit is like the molecules. He designed it to where it would shrink down.
It's got a shrinking ability.
And then when he hits the button, the suit pops out, and he just zips into it.
Know that.
Yep.
I just wore it underneath like any normal superhero.
Yeah, no. Let's see. One little last thing. Racing Death is what this is called. During the wow, I can't say that. War against.
You got it.
Nope, not gonna do it.
Cataclysmic.
Yeah, that one. War against Darkseid. The Flash was forced to become the host for the Cosmic Grim Reaper, the Black Racer. After killing its previous host, the Flash was granted divine powers and became the God of Death.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Little tidbits of Barry Allen, in case you didn't know.
Like that.
Hell yeah. All right.
One of my favorites.
For our educational, we've got Doctor Strange.
Yes.
Nice. Good picks.
So his real name, yeah, that was like A1 picking right there.
For me.
Real name.
Hopefully we get good
Dr.
picks for the mashup.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to get us good picks for the mashup.
Got you.
So, real name, Dr. Stephen Vincent Strange. He is a former surgeon, now Sorcerer Supreme of Earth's Dimension. Okay, his actual address is in here.
Shout it out.
177A Bleecker Street, Greenwich Village, Manhattan.
Well,
Oh,
I
we
mean,
need that.
that's the address for the.
Well, the Sanctum
Sanctum, so-
Sanctorum,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's fine.
But,
I was like, I know that address.
He is 6'2",
been there.
180 pounds, gray eyes, black hair with white at the temples. His first appearance is Strange Tales number 110, July of 1963. A little bit of information about the good doctor. Dr. Stephen Strange was a highly successful but arrogant surgeon whose brilliant career was abruptly cut short by a car accident. He suffered nerve damage to his hands that left him unable to work as a surgeon. Desperate for a cure, he went to Tibet to meet a healer known as the Ancient One. When Strange discovered the Ancient One's pupil, Baron Mordo intended to murder his master, Mordo cast a spell on Strange that prevented him from warning the Ancient One. The Ancient One revealed that he was already aware of Mordo's treachery, and Strange became his new pupil. Oh shit, I forgot to read his powers. He's a greater mastery of the arts of magic than anyone else in Earth's dimension, astral projection and mental communication, possesses various magical paraphernalia. Instead of being a pothead, he became a magic head, including Cloak of Levitation, which enables him to fly, and the Amulet, the Eye of Agamotto. He had a strange and long relationship with the mystic Clea, taking her on as his pupil until she returned to her home dimension to fight Dormammu.
Which, if you didn't know,
Dormammu.
was in the end of the film.
Yes.
Yes.
Now a little bit of info on how he became the Sorcerer Supreme, and that'll be about it, wrapped up with that. Upon finishing his training, Dr. Strange lived in New York City's Greenwich Village, protecting humanity from superhuman menaces such as Mordo, Nightmare, and Dormammu. When the ancient... I love saying Dormammu in a weird way. I don't know why. Don't judge me.
No, we like it.
Dormammu! When the Ancient
Dormammu,
One
come on
died-
down. You're on the Price is Right.
For real, yo. When the Ancient One died, Doctor Strange inherited his role as the Sorcerer Supreme of Earth. Strange later co-founded the Defenders and the Illuminati, and often helps the Avengers. Because of his use of dark magic on desperate occasions, Strange temporarily lost his position as the Sorcerer Supreme. Brother Voodoo assumed the mantle for a short time, but after Voodoo's death, Strange proved that he could handle the black magic without losing control and won back his title of Sorcerer Supreme.
Can I just say, I really want to see Brother Voodoo.
Same, bro. Feel like that'd be so sick. All right, so that was the educational there. Mosif.
I like it.
Most of.
Mosif. And that was in case nobody knew
Who, Doctor
about
Strange
the
or
Flash
Barry
and
Allen?
Doctor Strange. All three of you, love you double. Appreciate that love, bro.
Double.
All right. Yeah. Now, Mo, give us another page number. And we will do a 1v1 Marvel versus DC.
54.
54.
And the way these work, right? So we've kind of gone back and forth on how we decided how this would work. This is, these two characters show up, you know, they get a call, hey, there's a disturbance, you know, somewhere. These two characters show up across the, you know, multiverses, and they have to battle each other. They don't know about one another. They don't know each other's powers. Oh my God, I hope yours is good.
Well, I've got multiple choices here.
Gotcha.
So yeah. I'm gonna go with the only one on this list that I actually know. Black Tom Cassidy.
Yup. You killed Black Tom Cassidy.
Who is that?
You remember in
Shit.
Deadpool 2 when they're in that when they're in the mutant prison?
You killed Black.
And he's like, "My name's Black Tom Cassidy," and he's like, "I'm White Wade Wilson." That's Black Tom.
Oh shit. It's so good.
All right. So since you went first, I will go first this time.
Go for it.
Information on our friend Black Tom Cassidy. First appearance, X-Men number 99, June 1976. Real name, Thomas Samuel Eamon Cassidy. Not Seaman, just Eamon.
I wasn't sure.
He's a criminal. His base
He's
of
bad.
operations, he's mobile. He's 6 feet tall, 200 pounds. Blue eyes, black hair. He can project blasts of heat and concussive force, which he focuses through his what? Shalala. Through his shalala. That might say shalali, shalagi, shalala. Some
Great
kind of
ones.
shull with lalas.
Okay.
Black Tom. Black Tom is the brother of Sean Cassidy, aka Banshee. Losing both the Cassidy fortune and the woman he loved, he turned to crime. Partnered with the
As one
Juggernaut.
does.
Yeah, usually. Black Tom battled the X-Men and other heroes many times. After Cable shot Tom, doctors grafted a wood-like material onto his wound, transforming him into a sentient humanoid plant. On M-Day,
Did you
Tom
just say
lost-
plant?
Yeah, a humanoid plant, so he's like the ghetto version of Groot. Except he could speak.
All right.
On M-Day, I'm not done. On M-Day, Tom lost his plant powers and returned to his old self. He later teamed up with the Juggernaut once more and seemed to be repowered with his plant-like abilities as they fought the time-displaced X-Men. Now I'm done.
You killed Black Tom Cassidy, you racist.
You killed Black Tom, you racist!
Oh, I have a man by the name of Michael John Carter. He is 6'2", 215 pounds, blue eyes, blonde hair. His name is Booster Gold.
Oh,
Powers and
Booster Gold.
Booster Gold. Powers and abilities. He is an accomplished athlete. Booster's powers come from his gear, which includes an armored, strength-boosted suit, a thermal X-ray vision visor, a force field, an energy blaster gauntlets, and a legion of superheroes flight ring. He is assisted by his robot pal, Skeets. You know, old Skeeter.
Skates.
Old Skeet
Good old
Skeet,
skates.
who provides data and communications. His allies include Blue Beetle, Batman, Harley Quinn, Rip Hunter, and the other Blue Beetle. See, Michael Carter was born in the 25th century and grew up in an abusive home in Gotham City. You know, it's Gotham City, rough knocks. Dreaming of fame and fortune. After earning a football scholarship, brash and handsome Carter became a sports star, but he lost everything after taking money to fix matches. After being caught and serving his time in jail, he could only find work as a security guard in the Space Museum. Inspired by the museum's exhibits about the 21st century superheroes, Carter decided to go back in time. Well, that's not explained how the fuck he does that. Decided to go back in time to become a champion of justice and get money and fame along the way. He helped himself to a suit, various high-tech gadgets, and a security bot. That's where he got Skeets from the museum. Then he used
Car
the time,
Ash.
He then used the time machine that once belonged to Chrononaut Rip Hunter and traveled back to the 21st century. Carter uses futuristic gadgets and flair for showmanship to build a reputation as the hero Booster Gold. However, Booster was treated as something of a joke by other heroes because he also made money from commercial endorsements. He even
Oh my
appeared
God.
in beer commercials. Nevertheless, he managed to do some good as a member of the Justice League International. While that team was short-lived, Booster's true career was not. When not starring in his own GoTube channel, Booster was saving the multiverse on time-spanning adventures using his celebrity as a cover story. Recently, he time traveled with Superman to help repair a damaged timeline to Krypton. In his private life, Booster hangs out with his best friend in any timeline, Blue Beetle.
Which Blue Beetle though?
Ted Cord.
Oh God.
Yeah, the Ted Cord version, which he's also Jamie Reyes is also listed as an ally as well.
I love Jaime Reyes, man.
Yeah.
Such a good.
Reyes.
Such a good Blue
He
Beetle.
also sparked a brief romance relationship with the rather unbalanced Harley Quinn, which will surely be another good decision to add to his resume.
Sweet.
Badacha!
All right. So our 1v1 tonight
Good
is
old
Booster Gold and Black Tom. What are we thinking, Mo?
What does Black Tom look like? What's it sound like?
He looks weird.
What?
In this 1v1 matchup, who would win?
He does look weird.
Black Tom Cassidy or Booster Gold? I gotta
Say-
go with Booster Gold.
I say Booster.
I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like Tom would give him a run for his money, but
Not for long.
he's died a lot.
Yeah. He came back as a plant.
Yeah, he came back as Plant Man.
I am Black Tom Plant Man.
Black Tom Plant Man.
Oh man. Yeah, I definitely I'd go Booster Gold on that one.
Yeah,
Booster Gold has been around for a long time, and he is actually very strong. And you know, with the suit and everything that he has, he's pretty powerful. So
right. I mean, if you're able to go from the 25th dimension back in time to the 21st dimension
and hold your own in
you've gotta
fights
have
with
some power.
with Superman, like
yeah,
you know, it's not just like I'm being dragged along with Superman. No, you're holding your own.
right.
And, you know, you're taking care of things. So
Holding your own, that's what matters.
mhm. That's all we
Yeah.
ask. Hold your own.
Pretty much. So yeah, I would say that's a gimme.
That little cut and dry one there.
Oh, righty. Well,
Pump.
that is gonna be it for us tonight, folks. Mo, thanks for being on the podcast.
Thanks for having me.
I hope you had a fun time.
I did.
In case you didn't know, that looks like a Ford V8, and the fuel pump should be down on the bottom.
I was just underneath.
It's probably on the side.
You're on the side. Like by the tires?
That should be like front right of the like engine block.
Exactly what it is. It's
Damn, if only car
It's not
lifts
here.
actually lifted that fast.
right.
That'd be crazy.
You
But
may
yeah,
not be
we
able to
hope you
see
had
it.
a good time, Mo. Hope
You're
you had a
always
good time.
welcome.
Raining. Oh, it was a blast for sure. Definitely invite me to more of the things.
For sure.
Heck yeah.
We-
For sure.
We always like having, well, now that we've had two people on.
Yeah,
I say always, but it just makes it.
It's been a lot more fun just having the input from other people as well.
Oh yeah,
You know,
for sure.
because Doug and I, we had the conversation with Tay and Danielle that Doug and I, we agree on a lot of the that we bring up on this podcast, and it's
Mhm.
really hard to have an argument with each other because we're just in such agreement.
Oh yeah.
So when we have other people on that could give us their perspective on things, like it's really nice to just attack that person.
Yeah, Like the fact that Danielle said she didn't like any of the Guardians.
Dude, I've never wanted to kick somebody out of my stream so fast.
Yeah,
Go
we were
unfriend
like,
real quick.
we legitimately were like, she goes, I think all of the Guardians were terrible, and we're like, all right, well, that's the end of the stream, ladies
I
and
was
gentlemen.
like,
Thank you.
All right, thanks for
She
watching,
must not like
guys.
quality movies.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying, bro.
she said the movies might be good, but she just absolutely does not like the Guardian characters.
She can watch something else. Doug, it is not here.
Hold on, let me pull it up. Hold on.
Yeah, that was I was kind of shocked when she said that. I didn't know what to say to her for like 5 minutes.
Yeah. I don't know. It was weird. But yeah, no,
That was rough.
we definitely enjoyed it, Mo. I'll hop over to your stream and see if I can find the fuel pump for you.
Yeah. Yeah. It was nice.
All right.
So, that being said, I am going to end the stream here.
Yep.
Thank y'all so much for watching and hanging out. And
And you
Mo,
are